Hello and welcome. I am Jack, the Lost Law Scholar, and welcome indeed to this very special two-parter where we welcome the one, the only, the legendary Eldermancer himself, the Runesmith, to our game table to play some Untold Destiny with Dean Hill-Jowett, the creator, Let's Player Veriax, and my friend the Brass Dragon. Please do have a listen, have a watch, leave a like, leave a comment. It's much appreciated, and have a lovely evening. Check out these super sexy Dragon Eye dice that I got sent from onlycrits.com. If you want some dice like these, click the link below in the description or go to onlycrits.com/lostlaw for a 10% discount. Use Lost Law at checkout.
So we see the flow once more, the magma burning hot, the heat rising up. And again, we seem to focus this strange, almost pollen-like substance that now floats across the top of some of the magma, moving ever so slowly down the flow. As we see it, the red, the blue, the coloration, so familiar. It begins to drift past this island, a small settlement, a large black onyx tower on the island. A woman with two children is looking out across the flow, her eyes darting back and forth, hoping for the return of her husband. Meanwhile, the celebration of your driving off with the Griffin, Gladson has finally put the brandy away, having celebrated enough, and his rosy cheeks now glowing in the firelight of the campsite. Well, I think it is coming up time for bed, so I think you've earned a good rest. Tomorrow we make for Swanton, another day, and we'll be in a civilized tavern at the very least. Not that, he says, looking around the campsite, this is not pleasant. At this point, dogs can be heard barking, and Pride, the houndmaster of the caravan, suddenly becomes alert, looking in the direction. He quickly stands, calling two dogs to his side, and then looks at the three of you. This could be trouble. Would you mind accompanying me?
Well, the grand heroes, of course, shall continue their heroics. Lead the way, Pride.
That's what I like to hear, he says, his large frame carrying him purposefully towards the edge of the caravans. There are several dogs now kind of collected in that area, barking and looking into the darkness. And as he approaches, he begins to also peer one of the people on top of the watchtower looking down. It is you, Brass, your dark vision cutting through the night. You can see a strange sight. So at this point, Logan, could you describe how you're approaching the camp?
Yeah, so it seems to be a party of 4 adventurers. Are any of them ethereal, or do they...
They will have a sort of silvery glow about them. They'll look solid, but they will definitely not look normal.
Yeah, the one who appears some degree of normal is riding, slightly battered, atop a black bear, slowly approaching the glowing campfire.
I do have Detect Aether focused at the moment.
What the bloody hell's going on over there? There's a bear, and there's someone on it.
I ready my bow.
Kill it.
As you do so, Pride, his eyes squinting, now begins to see you coming towards the outer lights, and he calls, "Stop! Are you friend or foe?"
I'll tap the bear a little bit, and he said, "Stop!" And as it pulls to a halt, "I am of a neutral disposition, but for now you can consider me a friend."
I don't trust him.
He puts his arm on you, Barrick, and squeezes your shoulder. When we set up camp, we are friend to all who seek shelter. So long as he means us no harm, then he is welcome. Calls back to you. "Come closer so that we may inspect you more. And if you mean us no harm, you have shelter here for the night at least."
Very well. Go forward, fool. And we approach.
I just want to say, ethereal stuff, I have Detect Aether focused on at the moment.
I'm waiting for them to come close enough. Detect Aether has a 60-foot range.
Oh, he's that far away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is at the moment.
Well, we're not halting until we're told to.
Okay. So at this point, Erevan, sorry, your name's covered by your logo.
Endurian.
Endurian.
I'm offended.
I don't be.
It's over
I do
here
this
though.
all the
It's
time.
on the share.
I don't remember his name either.
The wizard.
In character and out.
His name is lostloreLibrary.com.
Which you can go
He
to
is
for
the
some free
master.
item cards that are compatible with 5e. There you go.
Right, Endurian, at this point, you now begin to see the glow of powerful aether around two of the figures that are coming forward. It
Right.
doesn't.
At least two of those figures are not material.
Prythe looks at you and can you confirm what they are? My suspicions is this is a summoner, but confirmation.
I suppose I could confirm that.
Yeah, could you make an aether? Well, spellcraft roll.
Yes, I can do a roll. Remind myself because this is my jam.
It is.
He's calling me out.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. You might want to cancel that. You put the wrong.
I
there we
caught
go.
it. I caught it. I was screwing myself out of it.
But you are grandmastered. Off you go.
Indeed. No boon or bane for this.
No boon or bane. Straight roll.
Watch me fail. See?
Oh, on the
Oh.
nose. You can indeed confirm that these are summoned creatures that appear to be under the control of the stranger.
You have a keen eye, Prythe. Any training in your background? This is indeed a summoner.
Not training, just met a lot of people, he says. All sorts come wandering through, and we have all sorts who sign up as guards. Come in now, friend. Come now. I am Prythe, the houndmaster of this camp. What can we call you?
You may call us Vocatus.
Vocatus.
Indeed.
Well, Vocatus. It is late night, and he now looks at how sort of you look like you've been in a recent skirmish of some kind, and his eyes now begin to get even more concerned. By the looks of you, trouble has followed you, has found you. Is trouble far behind you?
It will fall very far behind me if I am not swift, but I have found it.
You were
Always-
looking for this trouble.
Yes, well, I have a writ if you care to read. And he will hold it out as he gets closer to the camp.
At this point, Prythe instantly relaxes and comes forward. A writ, you say. Let's have a look. Come into the light.
All right.
Okay. Have you described how you actually look, how you're dressed?
Not immediately yet. So
Okay.
he definitely looks a little battered. His clothes look recently tattered. There's no would be long form wear and tear. He is a rather older person. He is a full elf who wears kind of thin clothes. He has a cloak thrown over his shoulder, otherwise bare chested with a couple of bracers. He has a large cinch. What's the thing that tightens your waist when you wear a
Yes.
dress?
Oh,
Corset, more or less. And there are the lower half of flowing robes that cover his legs and bracers on top of those. His black bear is just a big puppy. And he slinks down off the black bear and it begins grazing.
Prythe, with his two dogs by his side, looks at how you handle the bear and nods in admiration at this, seeing the training. Come now, let's have a look at this writ, he says. And taking the writ off you, he scans it. Could I see your freelance papers, please?
Yes, they're sandwiched in my pages. And he flips through a book and pulls out the appropriate paperwork.
He has a look at that as well. And you seem to be on a good, important task. Nearby, you say, is there danger to the camp tonight? He hands the papers back to you.
No, but the danger will continue to grow if it is not taken care of soon. I
Yes.
assumed myself more prepared, but Here I am, defeated, as my opponent begins to slink away.
Hmm.
And what was this opponent, pray tell?
That would be a necromancer.
Something I can hit with an axe and isn't going to fly away.
We don't need to get involved in any more trouble.
Well, trouble will continue to grow until it finds you.
A necromancer is not something to be left alone, Corvus.
I agree, says Prythe. This needs to be dealt with.
Have any of you heard the name Anastasis?
Have we?
No?
Yes, yes, I know exactly who that is.
I think I went to school
fought
with
him
them.
once before.
Friends Reunited, I think I have them on. I don't know.
That would be a woman.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Must have been someone else then.
She must have been heavily clothed.
Durian's just got a...
Prythe continues to look quite serious, but now ushers you all into the camp, giving commands to the watchtowers to be extra vigilant to potentially any unliving that now will approach. And he begins to send some of the hounds with commands out across the boundaries of the caravan camp.
Doggo's
So-
looking for bones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Logan, the caravan camp, I'll show you what it looks like now.
Okay, cool.
But trade caravans, typically, they're huge because there's safety in numbers. And
There are some bones.
so there we go. The way
battle.
station, it's a massive fortified, semi-fortified area. The caravans come in, they form a concentric circle. They then take all of the Horoxen. These are huge beasts of burden. They don't need to be fed. They're fed up before they leave, and they can go for a good month before they need to be fed again. So they're perfect creatures for this. And then several of the wagons, you can see the little towers on them, have towers with large ballistas on to
Ooh.
drive off any larger predators. Okay.
Cool.
As you know, the world is very dangerous when you're outside of civilized lands.
I know, it just kicked my butt.
Tell me, Vocatus, where do you hail from?
I hail from a great many lands, as I am oft to travel. I couldn't provide you a specific answer, as currently I am from here.
I'm going to sort of narrow these... well, I suppose you... The elf before you, also an elf, quite a bit younger than you. Very strange looking, very tall and gaunt and thin, kind of bad posture, with odd looking eyes. And he's sort of glares a little, but also kind of seems to sort of catch himself and go, "Well met. Perhaps you would sit with us for this evening. My name is Endurian. My companions are Corvus," and I'm going to point to Veriax, his character. "And the dwarf is Barak."
You see me leaning on this very shiny mithril great axe, though I've got a black eye, bruises, claw marks, my clothes, that there's not a lot. I'm like very much bare-chested, tattoo sort of guy, singed and shredded. Looks like I've been chewed up by a griffin, and that I might need some mending before we continue the journey. But I'm putting on a brave face.
Yeah, and Corvus is stood by him, probably has 1 foot up on a log. He's dressed in black and dark leather. Very, very hard-wearing kind of clothes. He looks quite grim. He's, again, tall and gaunt human. Looks like he spends a lot of time in the wilderness and doesn't look like much of a people person.
Okay. You don't quite strike me as caravaneers. You seem more like fellow adventurers. And as he speaks, before you know it, Barak, behind you is a looming silvery figure. And I'll have my warder cast recovery, I think, just as a narrative point.
Yeah.
What in the... okay.
This strange
is
figure
magic?
begins begins to examine your wounds and begins to. They've already been dressed, but seems to be adjusting the dressing somewhat to make them better.
Well, I thank you very much, Ghost.
You can call that one Vocatus.
You're all vocated? Okay.
Except for the bear.
Confusing. What's the bear called?
Whatever I feel like at the time. Usually for dinner. And he tosses a strip of meat to it.
The bear begins to dive into the meat.
Endurian, how's your pack mule around bears?
I suppose we shall find out. And he's still really like these eyes are black with white pupils, and they're just boring into
like Jake the dog.
Damn it! Now I'm not going to be able to not think that. And now I'm just staring at Vocatus, and then every now and again realizing I'm doing it and looking away, and then slowly staring again. I suppose Bill will just have to make do. He survived a griffin. I'm sure he could survive a bear.
You can see that Pride has spoken to Glaveson, and Glaveson comes across and introduces himself to you. Vocatus. It is Vocatus?
Indeed.
This is an elderly gentleman. He's wearing what were once probably very fine clothes, but are now quite worn down by travel and daily use. Bit of an unkept beard, but kindly eyes. And as he puts his arm out to shake yours in traditional greeting.
I will do the same. And at that time, my summoned ancestors will shake hands with each other.
He greets you, and then you have welcome here in this camp for the night. Tomorrow we leave for Swanton, but I've been told by my houndmaster that there is a necromancer in the area, a writ for her head, I understand.
Indeed. And not a small amount of florins. And I see that I am among, I would assume, capable warriors.
Well,
you came out the other end of a battle.
Together. Florin, you say?
Glaveson nods at that. These three, the tale they have told us this night of how they drove off a griffin. I mean, what a legendary deed. It's, if you're looking for some help, he turns around to the three of you. We will be a couple of days in Swanton when we arrive, so if you wish to help this Vocatus, Swanton, I am absolutely sure would be more than happy to know a necromancer so close to their borders has been dealt with. These, he kind of looks, people who practice the forbidden arts, if they're left to continue their arts, Swanton could be wiped off the map, and that cannot happen.
Agreed, which is why I'm more than happy to sacrifice a few florins to pick up some aid. I only need an amount enough to fuel my travels, and I am offered more than that. I extend the offer to all of you.
Glaveson and Pride, look at you.
I could do with some more money.
How does 15 florins apiece sound?
15, you say?
15 and a chance to test my mithril great axe on something that won't fly away. Oh, we're talking.
If you swing the axe hard enough, it very well may. As you have fought her before, you know she is a bit of a lightweight.
Yes.
What say you, Corveth? You're being awfully quiet.
Yeah, he's lurking in the background, just watching this, and kind of sighs and shrugs and says, "Well, what's one more elf to look after?"
Indeed.
Is there animosity between me and Corveth? What's your
no
race
more
or
than anyone
species?
else? You know,
fair. Yeah.
Very well. We shall accompany you, it seems.
Well, we must make haste, but the night is not exactly young. I don't know who's the best traveler. Maybe I could do like a survival. Should we head out immediately?
That probably wouldn't be a good idea because
We-
you would be very fatigued the following day.
Okay, yeah.
We have just returned from fighting a griffin, friend. Perhaps
Then
at first light, Corvith will track better by sunlight than moonlight.
Then we shall share in licking our wounds until morning.
Indeed.
Well, says Gladstone, I'm heading off to my bed, and I suggest you all do the same. Don't worry about attending any watches tonight, and we'll make do without your, and still pay you for the day. A contract is a contract. In the morning, he says, looks across at Melwyn. I'm sure Melwyn will make an extra special breakfast to get you started for the day.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if they'll be able to ever manage that one breakfast. He's going to look wistfully into the distance.
Well, unfortunately, there's no fire newts and frogs and ash to cook with, so, we'll just have to make do.
Nothing has slated my hunger since.
That was the first meal you ever had. You're never going to beat it. Never going to best it.
Didn't you get a crit on it or something when
Yes.
you made it? And then it was like,
28 temporary
Yeah,
hit
I
points.
best
crit
meal
on a
ever
cooking
we
check.
ever had.
That was your ratatouille.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And it was like fire newts and ash and just bits of mushroom that he picked up.
Dang. Tasty ash. It's like black pepper.
Yeah, or it's like that Monty Python scene where Blackadder scene where Blackadder asks for a coffee from Baldric, and he wants a latte, and it's just there's your latte.
Okay. So, can I assume you've all decided to head to your various beds?
Sleepy.
Yeah. Pride will show you, if you want, Vocatus to an empty cot that they've got laid out by one of the wagons.
How is he going to fit everyone in that one cot?
Yeah, I think we sort of have a sleeping arrangement where I have maybe a travel bag that I wrap myself up into, and then the bear spoons me and the other three stand watch around us.
Yeah.
So we'll do that within the camp area.
Yeah. The three will stand watch until obviously you drift asleep, and then they just fade from sight.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they require focus, and focus can only be done whilst you're conscious.
They enter my dreams.
Okay.
They do.
So there's you, the bear, and 3 ghostly figures.
Yeah.
Basically, okay.
Is my sleeping arrangement somewhat private, Mr. DM?
It wasn't. As in, you're sharing the back of a wagon with your other 2 friends.
Never mind then.
Cozy.
Right. So the following morning, as the sun is rising, the noise of the camp beginning to break reaches your ears. If you aren't already awake, you are now awoken. Before we start, Barak, you currently have 2 wounds, do you not?
I do. There's one here and one here.
You're allowed now a system shock roll to get rid of one of them, and you have a greater boon with the first aid you had the night before.
I could spend a charge of my healing kit to help with this, couldn't I?
You would do it the night before.
And he's already had the wounds. Yeah.
However, that's all been done.
Nice.
Oh yeah, easily. Not
nearly a 2.
It was going to roll up 18.
That could have been both wounds if that was a crit. Okay, so you only have 1 wound.
That's all I need.
Just slow down a little bit. You're fine.
Yeah. And you can smell breakfast being made. Melwyn, seeing you up and about, Barak asks if you wish to help with the preparation of the meal.
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. So you can see the extra herbs and spices, the really good stuff's coming out for this meal to get you prepared for the day. So her skill is 6. What is your cooking skill?
8.
So you're the lead. You naturally kind of come in and begin to lead, and she will add a D20 to your D20. So just add her D20 to yours and make a skill check.
Right. So,
Oh,
ooh,
Oh,
Ooh.
ooh,
goodbye.
okay, you're back. You're back. It's fine. Continue.
that was weird. Anyway, so I have I mastered, so I roll 2d20 anyway. So I'm rolling 3d20 for this, am I?
You are now. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And you add your +8.
3 done.
Oh, it's the breakfast.
It's the... Oh, wow.
That looks fucked.
So when someone spends charges from a cooking kit, they make an extra special breakfast. And this one is designed to give you temporary hit points for the next day. So you've got a 28, which is normally 14 temporary hit points. You critted, so you get another 14 on top. And then Brass, you're 50% more, I believe.
50%, yeah.
So that's another 7 on top of that again.
Oh my god.
So that is
28 for us.
28 temporary hit points again.
Yeah.
We were just wistfully thinking about this breakfast the night before, and we awaken again to it.
Oh,
You manifested it.
Yeah.
Half my hit points.
The camp is absolutely overjoyed at the quality of the breakfast, with voices being heard about why hasn't this dwarf been cooking right from the start? And they are going all the way to a harbour, aren't they?
That's nice.
We're gonna need a nap
Melvin's
after this.
quite taken with this, and oh, Barrick, you're always welcome in my kitchen.
I've got my
always,
little
so
chef's
come
hat
back
on
safe
as well.
and sound.
Brilliant.
Okay. And then Price, just so he knows, he comes across as you're finishing your breakfast. Have you decided to help Vocatus?
It does appear that we are hunting a necromancer.
Well, Vocatus, I think you have very capable people here, and I wish you the best in your quest. We will head on to Swanton, and we will hopefully meet you there. If not, provisions will be left with the local tavern, and you can collect your pay. But please, don't tarry too long. 2 days we will be in Swanton, then we must be leaving.
Indeed. And I would rather travel to harbour with you than alone.
The feelings are mutual, he says, smiling at the three of you with great admiration. Well, we need to be going, and I guess you do too. So, may Seraphina guide your blades, and may Raphael give you the knowledge you need to defeat your foes.
Does no one in this caravan invoke Artemis before a hunt?
He looks around at everybody and goes, I don't think we got any southerners here, sorry. But if Artemis is the one you wish to invoke.
Familiar. To some degree.
I'm going to look at you, Vocatus, and knowingly say, I am sure you are.
Vocatus.
Glares at you.
Daggers.
Vocatus, from which direction does the necromancer lie?
Would I be able to retrace my steps?
Yes,
and have
you
a general.
I
Okay.
just want to know, like,
Yeah.
if it's
So
I
it's
guess
kind of in a
the-
southeasterly direction through the hills.
Okay, Corvath he'll wander off early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the outskirts of camp, just to have a look. He's just checking the wind direction. He's checking if he can read the weather at all, what the weather's like. You know, he's checking.
No
if
lightning
there's anything
storms this
on the
time.
horizon. Exactly, the terrain and that kind of stuff. So you get a bead on like what kind of day they're going to have.
Okay.
Is what he's trying to ascertain.
That's fine. The weather's becoming quite unsettled now. The clouds are getting quite dark around here. The wind's beginning to pick up. But having a look around, there's a lot of normal wildlife in the area. And you're not sensing or picking up any tracks that seem to be different. So if anything was on the tail of Vocatus, it hasn't reached the camp and hasn't pursued him.
Okie dokie.
So, how do you wish to proceed?
Forward.
Corvus is the pathfinder, so once these guys have got themselves organized and got Bill ready and everything like that, he'll move on ahead, so it's in sight. But
I will probably say, because I remembered actually that I left the petals with the caravan master.
You did.
So I will, before we part, say, would you mind taking Bill and stabling him at this inn you spoke of? He will be carrying my precious cargo, and if you wouldn't mind seeing to it that it was secure, I would be much appreciative.
Oh, there is not a problem, he says. I will make sure Bill is looked after and given care. He has a look. The tavern, just getting the name. If you do not return in 2 days, the Feather Down Inn will be the one that Bill will be stabled at, and I will use some of your pay to pay the stable hands there.
Thank you.
I'm going to grip Corvus' arm and pull him to one side.
Grip Corvus' arm?
Sorry.
Pulling yourself to one side.
Unhand me.
I'll avoid myself.
What?
Is it? You're saying this cargo that we're carrying is priceless and you're going to leave it at an inn without any of us seeing?
I said valuable. I didn't say priceless.
Regardless. I think
Would you rather I strap it to my person and carry it with me?
The petals? Yes.
We will split them amongst each other then. I can't carry them all.
Sounds sensible to me.
And with that, I will send Bill off with them, but I will split the petals about. How much encumbrance do you guys have free? And obviously, Vocatus could probably hear us whispering about these really valuable petals.
If I'm whispering, no one else can hear me but you. I'm a very good whisperer.
He's probably disassociating and like bringing back his ancestors.
Like Mongolian throat singing, summoning kind of thing.
Quite a lot of encumbrance free, so...
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's 12 encumbrance you need between you.
Well, where is my...
It just feels that we shouldn't.
No, you're probably right. Yeah. But Endurian wouldn't.
I forgot that I can bring out like 7 ancestors if I wanted to.
Where's it gone? Oh God, I've lost them.
What?
I've got.
What have you lost?
I have got 6 encumbrance worth of the flowers. How many encumbrance have you got, Barrack?
I've got 7. Oh, I don't know how much I got free. I got 7 encumbrance at the minute, so I think I can.
What's your strength?
My strength is 18 now, so it's changed because it's
So you got 11.
Yeah, there we are. 11.
Oh wow,
loads.
And that's before you then go into heavy load. So yeah, you got plenty.
See, we'll strap the petals to the dwarf.
Okay, so most of them strapped to the dwarf's backpack should be safe.
Tuck
so long
them
as
under my
backpack isn't
beard.
Subject to under your beard.
That's a good idea.
No one will ever see them.
In chat, what I have on my list there. There you go.
Okay,
So you can put them on your sheet.
Interesting.
With the valuable cargo distributed amongst yourselves, you now look to Corvith. Corvith, you will be leading as you have before. And last time you were about 60 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet ahead?
Yeah, I mean, last time I kind of knew where I was going a bit more, didn't I, in terms of our destination? Whereas now we're just heading...
I'll give you directions to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
I think I would recognize landmarks as I came back before nightfall, so should be easier once we get closer.
So I'll need to be able to be in vocal distance for that or something. So
as you're setting yourselves
closer,
up,
I think.
Corvith, do you want to make a tracking with a boon? In fact, make it with a greater boon.
Oh, generous. Thank you, sir.
Well, we don't want to get lost here.
Thank you, Mr. DM, sir. May I have another?
Well, it was a semi-large group, and it was less than 24 hours. So very easy tracks to hopefully find.
You're also tracking bear prints, slightly weighed down bear prints.
Yeah.
Easily
done. So it doesn't take you long before you pick up the tracks that were left by Vocatus on his way here. So you can now follow those confidently towards the source.
Okay, right. I'll do that. Is it like quite a steady, straight path then?
It meanders a little bit, but it generally travels in the sort of south eastern direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you begin to head off towards, towards where hopefully this necromancer is. It is a few hours into the day, Corvus. You've been at the front. The tracks have been very easy to continue following, every now and then stopping, touching the ground and examining. Can I now ask you to make just a standard tracking roll?
Yes. I definitely put more sorry, should have been 2.
It should have been 2. So let's roll a second.
Redeem yourself.
No.
Oh,
I said redeem yourself.
No.
Doubles, I can go again.
That's fine. So you're going through some incredibly hilly, an incredibly hilly area. Let me just.
And it's just so you know, it's not, what is it? It's not barren. It's not barren enough, guys. There's too much.
It's not.
There's plants and stuff in the way, guys. It's difficult.
Does this count as wilderness
Soil.
terrain?
Sorry, does
it count as wilderness terrain?
it does absolutely.
See,
I
only
negate my own injury.
Yeah, I only track on bare rock. So all this soil.
Which is, to be honest, it's impressive that you track through bare stone.
I know. And then there's like footprints in the soil. I'm like, what?
But this is bare soil. There's bare prints.
Yeah, it's bare footprints.
Oh, excuse me.
I know the barrens like ash and stuff anyway, yeah, but
Mm.
there's slightly different signs I'm
Different
looking for,
consistencies and
I'm just having difficulty adjusting.
different excuses.
I
one
don't
can
like
make for an
change.
area.
Okay, I'm not.
At this point, you're winding your way a little bit, sort of working around some of the tougher hills, and you're climbing up another hill. I'm just going to put you out, and then we'll move to the thing. So whilst you were heading southeast, you're kind of heading westish at the moment, but this is purely to get around a much bigger hill. And you, as I said, Corvus, you are following the tracks, and the tracks are meandering quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
It's the track's fault.
you should all be seeing the
Whoa!
No reason for us to be on a battle map. No reason at all.
There's the hunk.
Is it called safety maps?
Yes.
Saruman, is that you?
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yes. Okay, so dun. Are you all happy kind of where you are there? And Corbeth, you're up on that hill at this point.
Okay.
Oh, my stamina is more than 10. There we are.
Hey.
And
Okay.
I've got like 35 temporary hit points too.
Yeah. Do you want to add to your hit points? 28, except for you, Barrack, just add another 35.
Yeah, boy.
Good. The barking.
Yeah, so usually it's Dean's cats that come in and start yowling.
Yeah. I don't know where the cats are. In fact, I've got one just over here, but she's been very quiet.
I think mine's hanging out with the wife at the moment.
Aww.
Hey. All right, he might start yapping again.
That's all right.
Bastard.
My father has 5 German shepherds, so whenever I go to visit him, it is just a chorus of.
That's too much.
I mean, yes, but also my doggos.
Yeah. No, it's just a lot of noise pollution.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pack.
It is. I remember when he only had 2 once, and even when it was just the one, our front door would open onto the stairs up, and they would be sat on the landing. And as I got home from work when I was still living with him, the dogs are much younger at this stage. They would be on the stairs, which was sort of that angle, and they would just both fly down these stairs directly at me, launch themselves from about halfway down, and it was, you got 60 kgs of
Yeah.
German Shepherd flying at you.
I've seen a lot of videos of dogs just absolutely barreling downstairs in every way, shape, and form.
A lot of the time it went wrong and it became,
Yeah, a little more momentum than they anticipated.
Right. If you like to zoom out the map.
Yeah.
And Corvith, can I ask you to make an awareness saving throw? But your saving throw, you have uncanny senses. So you can elect to make an uncanny senses roll instead of your awareness saving throw.
Let me just check which is better.
And that will always be better. You're rolling more dice.
Oh, well. I'll do... Yes, of course you are. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that one then.
Okay, so can your uncanny senses make you aware of what's about to happen? Yeah, absolutely. So you are suddenly aware of things crawling out from behind bushes and rocks around you. Are you calling to the group to let them know?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I'm going to keep this information to myself.
Okay, quick shout to the group, and you are all ready. There is no surprise. So when we roll initiative, click on your token and then roll the initiative macro.
I don't have access to my token specifically.
Oh, hang on. Let's give you... Sorry, that is an oversight on my side.
It's all right. It happens.
Oh!
There you go.
Oh!
I don't think I get a boon to my initiative in my favorite.
Oh, god damn it, Veriax.
Do I?
I'm just checking all your tokens.
You still got more. Oh, wait, no, you didn't.
No, I think you might have
Got it now.
the right
You
modifier.
got your things, you got there. So there we go. That's done.
Yeah, I think you should definitely be ahead of me, Veriax. Your dexterity must be higher.
Oh, and let me pull up the turn order. There we go. Oh, look at that, Endurian.
I
Well
definitely clicked my token there, but it error messaged as I rolled initiative. So I'm going to roll it
done.
again.
roll
Yeah, it said
one or
you
two for
wanted to
this?
send the result to this roll, but blah 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 things.
As standard, it's one dice.
Okay.
Yeah. I think people have improved initiative, which gives them the second dice.
Gotcha.
Mine is a 6.
What is the plus? What should the plus be?
Your intelligence.
Right, there you go. Dexterity. So yeah, so it's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's right.
so
Oh,
where you're going, dexterity? No, it's intelligence.
Yeah, sorry,
How quickly can you assess the battlefield?
I'm stuck in D&D land. Sorry.
Okay.
I've got
never
plus
been
0 to my
comfortable with
intelligence
dex
anyway.
being
So.
initiative.
I would think it's like closer to wisdom, maybe, if you have, because that's like your natural awareness of the area around you.
Yeah, it's a combination. If you're not aware, you'll be surprised. But if you are aware, it's how fast your mind can comprehend what's happening and analyze the situation. So the two, one prevents surprise, and the other one then helps you move quicker in the round.
Cool.
But as it is, you are all grouped, and you all go ahead of the skeletons. So for round one, who would like to go first?
This is, I suppose, blocking line of sight, this hill.
So the hill is. So the hill kind of rises up. Each of these rises is taking you a good sort of 10, 20, and then up to about 30 feet to the top of the hill. So very much blocking line of sight, but you can see to your one side coming out of the bushes and a bit up.
Yes, I didn't see those.
Brambleborn.
Those skeletons, so the ones up on the hills have crossbows as well as swords, but the swords are kind of shoved into their rib cages and just held there. There's crossbows, and you can see there's bolts, quarrels all about their persons, shoved on bones and stuff like that. So they got loaded crossbows that they're beginning to bring to bear. And same at the south as well.
Well, I can't see these greater skeletons then if they're on the other side of the hill.
No, you can't.
But is Corvith kind of like making any gesture to the fact there's enemies here? Because my idea is I want to get to the top of the hill.
North. Yeah, I'm saying like to the north. I'm like indicating north. You know, to indicate this. That's all. I basically got a chance to say like 2 words, so I was just like, "Beware to the north." You know.
And just to remind Endurian, you have the initiative, so you have the token.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can open this up with a fireball.
Ooh.
if people desire, or I can open it up with trying to get these two onto their asses, but I don't think that's actually going to be helpful. But I think Barrack's going to be needing. I don't think these guys are in Barrack's wheelhouse, so to speak, up the north here.
Yeah, I'm going to want to try and intercept the greater skeletons before they come up to the top of the hill and charge down at us.
I would strategize more with Logan, but Andurian hasn't fought with him before, so he's just going to act.
Yeah.
And I'm also on the far end of this combat. Well, I guess so are you.
Are we?
Yeah, we're the furthest from the enemies currently.
Oh, yes. I see what you mean. I thought you meant the initiative order. Like, oh, what? Yeah, I'm going to, as I hear Corvus shout, my head snaps north, and as you know, the intelligence, the assessment of the situation, the intelligent thing to do, as always, is only fireball, just fireball.
Yeah.
And so I will place a fireball right there. I will need breath, dexterity.
Yep. Dexterity, breath saving throws from the two skeletons. Okay, the fireball hurtles across, and there's a blast of flame.
Let me just remind myself as to what I need to roll. And of course, I'm going to use this from my new wand. So rather than snapping my fingers, I tap the wand on the staff and then send a little mote of light out. So this is extra d6 to it as well. So it's 3d8, d10, d6. Yeah, this mote of flame screams over to them, and that is 23 points of fire damage, please, Mr. Dungeon Master.
So the first one attempts its save. Nope. And the second one is attempting its save as well. No, they both failed, and you did 23. There is an explosion of bones, and as the fire clears, not only is that little hill on alight and burning, but the two skeletons are no longer standing, having been driven apart. Their bones shattered completely, and nothing left now but smouldering bits of bone.
Well, there you go.
I'm then going to crouch behind this rock.
Okay. So, as normal, could you roll 2d6 now for the morale damage?
40 feet, isn't it? So I can actually... Yeah, I can crouch between the rock and the hill. There we go. 2d6 morale damage incoming. 11.
Oof.
Ouch.
Take that, you skeletal bastards.
Okay.
Are you proud of me now, Father?
Endurian, that is... sorry, you got a swift action left. What would you like
I
to do?
moved.
And you moved. Brilliant. So you're done.
I'm also crouching behind the rock. So
I got it. So you kind of pushed through there. Yep. So you're minimizing your visibility. That should work wonders with where the hills are. Who would like to go next? Corvus, Vocatus, or Barrack?
I think Vocatus will elect to go last and observe his paid-for companions.
Okay. Well, Variax just needs to get to the top of the hill, so... favoured terrain negates my injury, so I'm back to 40 feet of movement.
You can't lose. As a dwarf, your movement can't drop below 40 unless it's reduced to 0.
Oh, yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Oh. So technically I'm on 50, am I?
No, dwarves have a 40-foot movement.
Yeah, but I get plus 10 from favoured terrain.
Oh, God, yeah, you're on 50. Yeah.
I'm very dangerous
like
over short distances.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So 25 feet to get to there. Am I seeing these skeletons now? Or am I too short?
Too short.
Damn it.
Short?
The hill is too tall.
How big is this rock? Is this 40 feet tall?
No. The rock itself is probably about 6-7 feet.
Can I get up there without, like, making checks?
Oh, yeah, easily. It's you got a smaller rock then going on to a bigger rock.
I'm going to do like a Gimli standing on the Tomb of Balin. Now I can see the greater skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Come at me, you skeletal bastards. I want to cleave your skulls in two. My axe thirsts for blood.
They don't have any blood.
They don't have any blood.
So my axe is angry.
Okay, Variax, you got an action.
Well, not much I can do with it. I'm gonna
Veriax.
hold. I will hold my action. That's what I will do.
Excellent. So cross off the stamina, and you are now held. If any is the trigger, if any of the skeletons get within attack range.
Yeah, basically.
Yep, that's fine. So you're now holding.
Okay.
Corvith.
Yes. So can I see anything from where I am? Can I see the skeleton over there by the...
You can
by
pretty
the
much see
rock?
all of them.
Okay. All right. Which is the easiest to shoot?
The ones on the hills.
The ones...
By
yeah,
far.
so... Okay.
Because even where you got like the bushes underneath, they're down the hill. So where they're standing
right,
on the hill and come out, they are very visible.
Yeah, I guess. Right, I'll shoot that one then. I'll shoot this one over here.
Yeah.
Before I go hiding in shadows as my swift action. So my action is to shoot. Just a regular arrow. No mithril stuff going on.
Okay. Nothing like your dual shot,
Oh,
your double shot, just in case you'd forgotten it.
I hadn't. No, I was saving. Yeah, okay, yeah, I had. Do I have to spend stamina that? So wait, no, I might as well. It's great. Yeah. So I'll shoot these two on the hill.
Okay.
Um,
And
no-
is one of them receiving a vital strike?
no.
Skeletons have vitals?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just thinking about the stamina expenditure. So I've got 10, but I guess you already killed 2 of them, haven't you? So yeah, I will. Yeah. Let's go all out. Screw it. So yeah, one of them will. The first
Okay.
one. Let's say
We're
the
really
nearest one.
trying to like keep track of the
This
kills here. Corveth, 2 already.
So it counts as 1.
Right, Corvette. So one attack roll against the 2 skeletons.
Lovely. Okay. Lovely.
Yes, something tells me these arrows and bone is going to be
Super effective.
indeed, yes.
So
At least
that
hit.
that is a hit. They cannot. Their dodge is absolutely abysmal. Yeah, they need natural 20. So yeah, they don't respond to your arrows coming in. Deal damage.
Nice.
Oh, terrible.
Okay,
Well,
so-
yeah, it was all right, I guess.
That would be against the one that's vitally struck.
Yes.
Yeah, so normally roll your normal weapon damage and then your vital strike separately. So we only add it to the one creature.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was doing. Okay.
No, it's okay. It's the first time you've done this sort of multi-attack where only one of them is receiving the extra damage.
Yeah.
However, that is a 14. You see the bones, the arrow skitters off the bone as it resists some of that damage.
Yeah. I thought
The second one, I'll be kind. Let's just take the...
I can do it
do
again
an
if you
average.
wanted, but okay.
No, it's okay. I'll take 4, 5, 6. We'll make it 8. So there we go. Done. So your 2 arrows strike, but they don't seem to be as effective as you would like.
Yeah.
And now you're going invisible.
That's the Yes.
Okay, you're in combat. So this is a hide in shadows
Mhm.
with a greater bane
Okay.
and another point of stamina.
Okay. I'll do it in a bit.
Easily done.
Easy.
And with that, so don't forget to update your model on the stamina use. I've just popped the condition on you there, and you're now invisible, or slowly fading out this round.
Cool.
Okay, and Vocatus, you can no longer hold off acting. Well, you can if you want. If you want to drop your initiative, it's over to you.
We move slow in combat because we move as a unit. So I think the first of us, I'll use my action to command my bear.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got 50 feet and climbing.
Yeah.
So
God, look at it.
And it is absolutely adorable, isn't it?
that's my little guy. I think it was right here. And I will do the same with the defender because I need him more than the attackers.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate movement.
Yeah,
or if
that's
Okay.
fine. You've got actions, so you could convert that down to a swift action to move again, another 50 if you want, or if you're happy there, just stay there.
Didn't I use an action to move the bear?
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry,
Yeah.
I do apologize. Yes, that's right. Your 2 swifts were to move your thing, and you're on the bear, so you're moving with the bear. No, I'll stand. I'll stand with what I said. You've commanded your bear, so you've got an action and a swift action with your bear. So
Okay.
you can convert your bear's action into a swift just to make it move again. And you can do the same with the defender. Yeah, so your action is to command them, and that gives them their actions and swift actions.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Then we will all just continue to
the
scoot on
bear
over
easily
to the
gets
most
up onto that
visible.
rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the defender. So Barrack's just up on the rock. The defender's close enough now to be considered next to Barrack. Excellent. Okay, and let's move the skellies. So we're going to start with the graters down here. So the first one begins to move, just goes crunching over these vines. You can see large thorns kind of piercing into the feet of the skeleton, but it seems to ignore.
It's a skeleton.
Spooky. Too scary for me.
Yeah, it can get to there. So Barrack, you're holding on top of the rock.
Aha!
Have your attack.
It is time.
You can decide if you think the other skeleton's going to come close to you, you cannot trigger this one and wait. But if it doesn't, then it will be wasted.
My axe thirsts for bone marrow.
Off you go, Barrack.
I don't get a boon from my favorite terrain on attacks. It's attacks against me, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't get a boon on your attacks. You do get... Hang on. So you get a boon on hiding shadows, move silently, tracking, and uncanny senses.
Right.
And then an extra 10-foot move.
You did it.
Oh, look at those rolls, though. Oh.
Yeah.
That's a 24. Yeah, it's going to attempt to parry. So I'm actually using stamina for once. Right,
hello.
so as the skeleton comes in, it brings up its sword and attempts to parry you.
And these are Dean's rolls, so he will parry you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The sword just meets your axe. There's a clash of metal, and your axe goes wide. So the skeleton's now going to make its attack against you.
Still getting used to it, mate. You're still getting used to the axe.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Of course. Yes.
So-
Why wouldn't it be?
This is every fight. This is every fight.
I saw this coming. I'm
Are
going
you
to
gonna brace?
Because that's the only thing Yes, I will
Yeah.
brace.
Do an armor check.
Stamina, and then I got to remind myself it's a plus 14 to mine.
It's your endurance check. Yeah.
Mm.
Your endurance skill.
It's modifier 14, 3d20. Do I get a boon on this one
I don't believe you do.
for my favorite terrain? Okay.
No. Oh,
Look at that!
Ooh.
Yes.
So,
yes.
you don't spend the stamina with the critical success,
Okay.
but you take half of 19, so 9 damage goes through.
Pathetic. My breakfast is stronger than this guy's attack.
Oh, you easily leap out the way of his attack. It meets nothing but air, just wearing you down slightly. Okay, that's the first skeleton. The second one is also moving in.
Click, clack, clack, clickety clack. As long as they're not making the daggerfall skeleton sound. Don't know if you guys know that sound.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's
Little
going to spend
Minecraft
the
skeletons.
stamina.
Just xylophones playing as they march up the hill.
These aren't very intelligent creatures, so it is going straight for your defender, being the one kind
No.
of straight ahead of it.
Okay.
And we have a 30 on the attack roll.
Ooh. Do I have to do anything to make him parry? Or can he just do
No,
that?
no. The reactions on your summoned creatures and your companion are automatic,
Okay.
but you spend the stamina for them. So
Okay.
it's like you shouting a quick command to
Nah.
them.
I can see that getting really stamina intensive.
It does.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
Is that what did you in the last time around?
No, I almost ran out. I think this is a greater skeleton. That's a 30 though.
Yeah. You can elect to just take the damage on
I
the.
think I don't want him to immediately fall. I could raise another one. Yeah, he'll take it.
Okay.
That's more where that came from.
I don't need to defend my defender. He's too busy defending.
And it's only
Dead.
13 damage.
Hey.
Right. And then the other skeletons are now going to attack. So Barak, you are really stood up there. The two that are up on the hill, they pull up their crossbows and fire towards you.
But I'm also short. Surely they should go for Vocatus. The taller elf.
About the same height.
I want a bear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a bear. Yeah.
He's slightly behind you. You really have gone out. I mean, you're the first person that appeared on the rocks, and skeletons aren't that intelligent. So sorry, I've heard your plea.
You did do the
That-
Gimli thing as well, where it's like,
Mhm.
Oh, you did. However, the first bolt
Oh,
goes.
the first miss
completely-
Dean has ever done. Oh.
And the second one, the
Wow,
two
look at
bolts go wide,
And
and
you
then they
roll
spend
20.
they spend their swift actions now reloading the crossbows and getting them ready again. Okay, that's it on round one. So let's move to round two. At the start of the round,
Mr. DM, sir,
yeah.
you've got 2 more skeletons.
Oh, geez, thank you.
Oh, God damn it.
No, thank you.
I must DM,
yes.
rules lawyer for evil.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate that. Corvith,
What?
you're the closest to those two.
No, I'm
See?
not.
Isn't there a bush in the way?
The dwarf's like shouting
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
like,
That-
like a
I'm
little rise
I'm
in the
just
way.
Yes, there's a rise after
I'm more
the bush.
like,
The
ooh,
bush is the
I'm
low.
hiding. Ooh, don't notice me.
You're busy fading, and it's a 23. So that is a hit.
I'm gonna dodge it.
Ooh.
Do it. I dare you.
I am gonna dodge it.
I dare you to dodge it.
Go on.
I'm gonna dodge it.
Don't forget your invisibility, I think, gives you a boon.
I did
to
forget.
dodge.
Don't need it.
You don't need it. You easily dodge out of the first. It
Power
begins to
play.
reload, and the second one also fires, which goes wide.
I've never seen Dean miss.
It's a first.
It is the first. I have missed.
I paid the roll 20 developers.
Those goblins might have missed once. Yeah.
So we're now on to round two. Start of the round, there's no ongoing effects. That's where all these sort of like acid burns and stuff happen now, so that we don't forget them at the start of people's turns. So we're straight into the turn. Who would like to go first out of the four of you?
I can kick it off.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Vocatus.
I want to see what he's capable of.
I'll use my action to bring forth my conduit and burn a stamina to have him do the force lance on both of the nearest greater skeletons.
Fantastic.
Like how
Yeah.
you bring
Oh, no,
forth like you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Come forward, my friend. So that would be roll skill. Oops.
That conduit just looks like the XP to level 3 wizard.
Yeah, he does.
That's all I'm seeing.
Plus- I bought that guy's beard.
Nice.
Hey, barely a hit, which means they both miss because you're going to block.
Potentially, but I'll be burning stamina if I do so.
I did 11 stamina damage to him at the start of the fight.
Yeah. I forgot to say, Logan, could you go into dice options
Mm-hmm.
and enable your advanced dice 3D dice
Oh, yeah.
and automatically roll 3D dice? That way we get your dice bouncing all over the place and we get to laugh when it comes up at 20, but another dice knocks it back down to like a 2.
What?
Yeah.
Where is that?
A little gear on the top right there.
Yeah.
And then
The dice
it is
options,
dice
I see it.
options. Yeah.
Yeah.
Click all
Enable.
of the things.
Yeah, automatically. Okay.
Okay, they are going to attempt to dodge, but they're not very good at dodging. They can't actually parry, so let's...
Oh yeah, because magic. That's why he's my attacker.
They're not very
Oh,
good
wow.
at dodging, guys. They're just not very good at it.
Yeah, the
It's
first
a good
one
thing I
managed
always
to
roll a
dodge.
19.
His head falls off. He has to stoop to pick it up.
The attack goes
Yeah.
through the rib
Hey.
cage and just out
But
the
you
other
do
side.
damage to the second.
All right. And that is a healthy 3d10. Ooh.
Ooh.
Not bad, not bad.
It's there. You absolutely shatter a load of the ribs down the one side. One of the bolts of the crossbow kind of lands on the floor where it was tucked away, but the skeleton still remains standing, having reloaded its crossbow.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Let me
Sorry.
drop my stamina. And then I will use my bear's claw grab attack on the nearest skeleton, the one between me and the defender.
Okay, so kind of on the back of your bear, it rises up, so you're kind of just holding on as it then comes in to grab the greater skeleton.
Yeah, he actually does not have a great modifier for that. Modifier.
In fact, does not.
Ooh.
No stamina. Yay.
No. And so I don't need to brace because skeletons are naturally resistant to slashing damage, which I believe is the damage you're about to deal. Slash damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not going to brace, but deal damage, and it's now constricted.
Woo. Oh, that was incorrect. I put 10d10. Let me go back.
Nuclear bear claw.
That's the breakfast damage. Okay. So 5
damage.
total.
That goes through.
And it is grappled, constricted. Now I can crush. So he gives it a bear hug while I'm riding on the back. I'm doing like popping a wheelie as it kills the skeleton. And I think that's all I could do.
I think that is all you can do. So it's an action to do the bear hug, isn't it? So unless it gets out, it's in a world. Of
I'm
pain.
sorry, is that how much its HP bar just moved?
Yes, it is.
Oh. What about the
don't
conduit blast that hit?
That was the other one.
His HP hasn't changed.
Hang on, because wasn't it against the two skeletons at the south?
No, it was the two
Oh.
skeletons here. They have
Oh yeah,
different modifiers.
this
that
guy's
doesn't win.
HP changed.
Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. So I will. That was 10 points went through. No, 13.
Yeah.
I'll do it to that one there. There we go.
That's better.
Sorry, that was my misunderstanding. So yeah, a bit more, but these are
Noting
tough.
that the bear did only do 5 damage because it was a reduced damage type.
Yeah, and it is now grappled. I'm just seeing. Yeah, that's the symbol.
That's it.
Put the little fist symbol on. It's grappled and constrained. So that is you done, Vocatus? Yep. Who would like to go next?
I would like to continue to do the godly work of taking out ads and doing stamina damage. So I'm going to run 25 feet up this hill here, and I guess I can now see these guys.
Which ones? The
on
ones
the
up
north.
there? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I notice they're in perfect fireball distancing.
Yes, they are.
So only fireball, only ever fireball. Let me just remind myself again. So that is, yes, it is indeed what I thought it was, and I should have more faith in myself. So this much fire damage and a dexterity breath save. I think that'll be enough.
I think that might be. They have got dexterity breath is 7.
Failure.
Ooh, close, but that is a fail.
That's a success.
Oh, and a success. So I always start this side. That fail is going to be down to 0. And even because this one's already damaged. So again, 2 of the skeletons are blasted asunder, their bones flying.
And another 9 stamina damage.
Oh,
Zendurian's wand, he just sort of does like a cowboy spin with it, and then he goes and hides again.
okay. Right, so that's them done. Them done. You've pretty much cleared. You got those there. You got those there. Who would like to go next? Corvith or Barrack?
I would like to cleave. To be standing here staring at me this whole time. Nice 5 foot distance from me, clustered together.
Okay, so before you roll, one of the targets, you're attacking the target that's constricted, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just double checking, but I believe... Yes, because one of the targets, when you hit multi-targets, you take the best and the worst modifiers that apply to both. It's only a greater boon because it's restrained, so you get a greater boon against both targets.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, if you had a Bane against the other one, you would only have a Bane against both. So basically, instead of you rolling and then having to adjust which one's which, you get the best of both worlds or the worst of both worlds. So off you go. Greater boon on both attacks.
We've just unlocked a hack, so you guys continually need to do this.
When I've got intelligent people, they'll make sure they don't go next to each other and, try and work around it. But these are skeletons. Oh, and that's a crit.
Oh!
It is a crit. Yeah,
And
I
a
crit on a
40.
19, baby. Right, so, damage.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself how much damage I do. It's an extra D10 for the crit, isn't it? Not a D8.
It is an extra D10 for the crit.
Okie dokie.
Do continue.
1d6 from the mithril, 2d10 from the crit, and my axe, and 1d12.
Oof. Now, they are resistant to slashing damage, but it is still a hefty blow against both of them.
Now, can I spend an extra stamina to knock them down?
Yes, because it's on the damage dealt, so I will make my raw strengths on both of them. The one that's restrained can't be knocked down.
That's fair enough.
Okay, but I will check for the other one, and that's raw strength is 9. However, it remains firm and does not get knocked prone.
Right, it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay, so that's you done. Corvith,
I can't shrink.
you are now fully invisible. Are you maintaining that invisibility?
Probably not. So I want to shoot at the two that are in the bottom left.
Yeah.
With double shot, and a vital strike on one of them.
Yeah.
But I get like a boon, don't I? Now that I'm shooting from being invisible.
You need to maintain it to get that bonus going into the round.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right,
what
I'll
you do? Yeah. Spend a point of stamina to keep the hidden shadows up.
I've got to do that anyway, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you are invisible, so you get a greater boon to the attack roll.
I get you.
Yeah. So it's a powerful ability, but it's costly. And then you are vital striking one of these skeletons. Yeah.
Yes, and double shotting. So I spent 2 stamina as well on both of those things.
That's
as
right.
well as maintaining things. So
okay.
Right.
So let's have your shot.
I'm doing it slowly.
Oi, Jack, no one wants to hear you eat.
Nom, 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 nom.
You cut that out right now.
My macro's not supposed to be that good.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not
my
spending
God.
any stamina here because it's piercing damage. I'm resistant to piercing.
How does it feel, Dean? How does it feel to be the one getting crit all the time?
Glorious. I love to see the monsters just absolutely decimated. It makes you lot feel powerful and puts you in a very complacent mood for the next
You
encounter.
crashes later.
False sense of security. There we go.
Okay, so don't forget to roll your vital strike damage separately, and we'll apply it to the one on the north.
Okay.
And add a d10 to your normal damage for the crit.
Okay. So it's D8 and then 3d10 just for normal damage, and then another 2d10 for the vital strike.
Is that right?
Because I'm
Your weapon damage is a d8, d10?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a D8, 2D10 for your weapon, and then another 2D10 for the
So
vital.
it's, I had another one. Okay.
Yeah.
That was too many. All right, wait, sorry.
Bit much.
Sorry.
I was getting excited then.
Yeah, me too.
Just obliterate the skeleton.
That's 5e rogue levels of damage.
Mm.
Still respectable.
And then the extra for the vital.
Yeah. Yeah. Another 10. The 26 altogether. Oh, come on.
1 hit point.
You're joking.
No, I'm not. They got 14 hit points. The bolts, again, skittering off the bone, not really getting purchase. The one, you've hit the spine of the second one. But as much as you kind of shattered part of that spine, it's still intact. And that skeleton, a little bit wobblier now, still remains standing.
Stupid game. Okay.
And you've got your swift action left.
I am going to move away. Let's see. So I'll move about here. Over the brow of the hill.
Okay.
Smart move.
That is smart. So you got the 2 layers, you're out of sight of everything else.
Mhm.
Brilliantly done. Okay, moving to my skellies. Let's start with the greater ones first of all. So the skeleton that is currently restrained, I believe there's 2 ways I can get out of the restrained condition. And that is I can raw strength with swift action or acrobatics, athletics opposed by your athletics with my action. So it's going to go for the swift action and see if it can get out that way. So the skeleton just uses its raw strength and attempts to break free.
Is that contested or?
It's not contested. It's a saving throw. So it's using its raw strength to try and just physically break out. It costs a bit of stamina to do that. It's not contested, but if it fails, it can't attempt a contested roll. And it failed. So it remains constricted.
About to get crunched, boy.
Yeah, it's really not happy with that. And
Get crunched on, fool.
I'm about to do like the unicorn. He does that, but he just tears the skeleton to shreds. The old George Washington pose.
You mean the one that's based on Napoleon?
Yes. Yes, that one.
The funny thing about that famous piece of artwork with him on the horse is he actually made that crossing of the Alps on like a beleaguered, malnourished mule.
Well, they're more durable that way.
So,
what did they put him on?
the skeleton is going to try and stab at your bear, but it has a bane to do that as it attempts to bring its longsword around, and it's critically hit the bear.
No, not the bear.
So your options, as you know, is bracing for the bear or accepting the damage.
How do I brace for a crit? Do I
So
take like half damage?
Let me just bring up your bear. So your bear has a +7 armor skill.
Ooh.
And against slashing damage, you roll with a boon and 2d20. So it's a point of stamina. See if you can, and that gives you resistance then against all the damage coming in.
I'll go ahead and risk that and maybe suffer for it. So skill.
Move.
It's +7 or 8. What'd you say?
It's +7.
Okay.
So bad.
And don't forget the boon and 2d20. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the bears have quite tough hide. They're oh jeez.
No, we don't.
Not with that.
Have gone anywhere.
Yeah, he's sweet and fluffy.
Now I
for that.
do have.
This happened during.
I have taunting strike. I can attack the skeleton as it's attacking someone within 5 feet of me.
Yes, you can.
Right.
Now, you should have done it before the attack happened, but you're getting used to the
Thunder.
fact you got these interrupts. So, Barrick, would you like to have your taunting strike?
I
before we go
completely
into it?
forgot I had it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fine. Just cross off that stamina, and this is you trying to make sure the skeleton attacks you. Well,
You can't taunt a skeleton, though, can you? Really? What are you going to say?
do you want to roll a d10 because you had a greater boon because the skeleton's restrained?
That's a good
Oh,
point.
come on, you've got a 70%
come
chance.
on, I'm going to roll a 3.
There we go. Well done, Barrack. That's a hit.
Yes.
Deal your damage.
Last we tried to parry it and got it.
There's the damage. We mark off a stamina.
Okay, and it's another bit of chip damage. So you take advantage. You clip the skeleton round its skull as it attempts to stab the bear. However, it has managed to stab the bear.
Dang. I
This
should've used my
fight has
defender.
just evolved into like one of those cartoon dust clouds with lots
Yeah.
of limbs and that coming out of it.
At least he's still grappled.
This was the grapple. This was the crit, and it's 32 damage to the bear.
And I can't retroactively attempt to use my defender to block that.
No, it was a critical hit, and you can't
Oh.
parry critical hits.
Ah, okay. You've killed my bear.
No!
You're such
No,
a
I
innocent
haven't.
Looking bear.
Because you're bonded with your bear, you can
Okay.
elect to take some of that damage. So you could say the bear is dropped to 1, and you take 5 damage, or you can take half and half.
Yeah, let's go half and half.
Yeah.
So
It's a power
16 to
magic
each of
play.
us.
However, it's still being held by your bear.
Yeah. The bear's down
Right,
to
new
12.
objective: protect the bear.
We haven't got Bill with us, so now the bear is the mascot.
Oh, and then actually, you know what? I will take all of it because I had a really good breakfast.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So tangentially, Brass, you saved the bear.
I did. Yes.
So-
On purpose. So that's 75 minus the 32 down to 43. Worth it.
There we go.
Goodbye breakfast. He probably just makes me puke up my lunch.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the role of a summoner, where you're going to take probably more damage than your summoned creatures.
And I'm going to run out of my 8 stamina like crazy.
You will, especially if you got a lot of them. But they are powerful. They can really help. Right, the final skeleton now, Barrack. This is definitely at you. It's seen what you did to its mate, and it doesn't want to be clobbered, so it's going to be attacking you.
Well, that's going to cause it to get clobbered even more.
Oh, maybe.
All right, Dean's back, everyone.
Yeah,
Resume
he's not
scheduled
leaving
play.
anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Barrack, apparently, Roll20's asked for more money, and you haven't paid up, so they've reset. you
I
back to
run
normal.
out. Right. Well, I'm
Teamed up
just.
with Homer.
I'm bracing.
You're bracing. I will deal my damage.
I had a really good breakfast.
Of course.
Wow.
So you braced, and you only take half of the 18 coming in.
You don't use the stamina either because you crit.
Yeah.
Oh, you crit your brace.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, don't use the stamina.
It's just like every fight just is the exchange of crits.
And my HP bar still hasn't moved.
No, it hasn't. Right, that's it on my skeleton. So moving now quickly into round 3. Still nothing at the top of the round. So who would like to, Corvith, I'm going to take off your invisibility. Who would like to go first?
Oh,
that's a big
don't mind the
ball.
mushroom cloud.
I'll follow through with the bear hug to kick it off.
Okay, we'll start with you, Vocatus.
All right, so that is just a natural crush, so that'll be my action to command him to do that.
Yeah.
And that is not super high. Oh, he immediately... Oh, it does take a stamina, but he immediately does 2d10 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that it'll be vulnerable to that as well.
And with that, there's a sharp crack, snap, and the creature is hewn in half, shattering in the grip of your bear. The bones just clattered to the floor, falling about the place. Yeah,
That's
blunt
threatening
damage.
my bear. And I'll use my swift to scoot my conduit over and launch a couple beams at the greater skeleton that's still kicking it.
Okay.
Kamehamehas.
Yeah, it's really worth it.
What is this? What is the spell this thing's casting?
Something Lance, I think. Force
Right.
Lance.
Yeah. The one thing I'd say, I did change them slightly, which is why I
Are they
sent
too
you the new
powerful?
sheet. It's okay. Force Lance still works the same, but you've got Retaliatory Lance now instead of the Dual Lance. So when your conduit takes damage, it can fire a lance back at the target who hit it.
Okay. I thought I had the newest summon, but
It's okay.
I don't know if that's different. It's the fourth one that I downloaded. Or, no, second.
Yeah, I think I updated it.
Hey!
But that's fine.
Yes, look at that.
The
The
exchange of crits
exchanging of
continues.
Oh, jeez. So it's 3d8 plus a d10 force damage.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see that movie War Game where the computer becomes sentient, starts trying to do like nuclear, like all the nukes flying over the grid? That's all this has become.
Yeah. So this is that plus, what was the bonus?
It's another d10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whenever you score a critical hit, you add d10 to the damage. So that would be 24.
Not bad, not bad.
Kaboom.
As you blast
can't
even
parry.
more that skeleton poet. Yep, can't parry.
Good job, Conduit.
Yeah, could have attempted to brace, but it's not got a great, and it's got a bane on that. So yeah, good shot.
That's it. Those are my 2 actions.
Yeah, could you roll a d6 for me as well? Because this is morale damage now going in.
Oh, okay. I thought you were threatening me.
No, no. And 3. So we're down to that. The group looks quite healthy on its stamina, but
Dang.
yeah, they haven't been using much of it. So who would like to go next?
No, it's right there. I've got an axe. We're
Yeah.
attacking.
Let me have my moment.
There we go, Barrack. That's not bad.
The rare
It's
non.
very parryable, though.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it will attempt a parry.
Oh, I shatter the blade into.
This system, man.
Deal your damage.
And I'm adding a d6 from my primal force, and it's a knockdown as well, just because.
Ooh.
So that's 19. So 9 go through, and it gets its raw strength. Which it keeps standing. It's still standing.
Despicable creature.
Yeah. So you're swift.
Just go down.
I swiftly stay where I am.
Okay. Brilliant. Corvith and Endorian, who would like to go next?
Do you want to finish that one, Corvus?
I can have a pop at it. Yeah, because you're going to fireball, aren't you?
Probably, yeah. You know, only fireball. Nothing but fireball.
Corvus not going to be happy with you, by the way, with his fireballs.
Mhm.
We'll get to that. So, yes, I shall shoot the greater skeleton
Yeah.
Get 'em.
with a vital strike.
Off you go.
Let's use that.
Whilst he's rolling, Mr. DM, sir,
Mm-hmm.
as we're killing these.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there goes another crit.
God.
I don't think there's any way it can survive, is there?
Probably not, but it
Um,
has resistance to the damage. Yes.
As we're killing these, my magical knowledge, would I know of the necromancer maybe being aware that something is killing its minions?
That's a very good question, and would need a religion roll.
Religion, not spellcraft?
No.
Oh.
We're talking forbidden magics here, so spellcraft doesn't really apply because it's not common knowledge, spell knowledge. Yeah, that's gone. That skeleton's collapsed into pieces.
About Aether Theory.
Pew.
Well,
Potentially Aether Theory, but necromancy has more to do with religion than it
Interesting.
has with...
I can do either quite well.
Yeah.
But I suppose we'll wait till after the fight before.
No,
That's me
that's yeah. Let's finish the fight first, and then we'll go from there. So, Corvith, that's you done. Endurian, just 2 left.
He's going to run up this hill.
Morale damage.
I think it's going to be immaterial at this point.
Mhm.
Very Kate Bush.
Do you even want me to roll? Because even if they survive, I'm just going to double cast and do it again.
We can safely say, with the fact that these are such small little spotty things, there's another blast of fire, another hill is now burning, and the skeletons are no more as you bring them all back to dust.
Where's that?
You hear like when you shout that, you hear like a from the other side of the hill. I have just nuked every part of this battlefield.
Where's that?
Yes.
You have set 3 signal fires to everyone within 10 miles. If this necromancer didn't know we were coming back, she does now.
Before I answer that, I would like to roll that religion check, dear.
Yep, off you go.
Hold
I
on,
am
I'm
prepared.
thinking.
Pay attention while I'm yelling at you.
So it is a 2. No. Other way around. 7, 2. Considering my background, do I have any boons or banes on this?
You're going to get a boon.
Okie dokie.
I could do both pretty well.
Can I use my combat token? Save wasted it.
It's at the end of combat. I'd allow you to use it.
Yeah.
You had the initiative, so this gave you that bit of insight to use the token and reroll. Off you go.
I'm gonna try that again. I've got 4 d20s with a +7 to do this with, and a boon.
And a boon.
I don't know.
Could I pull an Aether Theory?
It's.
I would have much preferred to do Aether Theory.
yeah. It's probably going to have to be. In fact, you are a summoner. You are closely aligned in the way of magics with that. So I will allow you to do an Aether Theory, but it will be at a bane.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm sorry. Would you rather I let them pepper you with their crossbow bolts, Corveth? Do you not remember the incident with the goblins?
I remember, but we would have been fine. We have new allies now. There was no need to nuke everything.
I killed 6 of the creatures. What more do you want from me?
Let's do it quieter.
Hey.
And that's a pass. So you're thinking the same sort of question. Will the necromancer know that they've been defeated? Is that right?
Yeah.
Vocatus?
Also, even just referring to my previous experience here, because the defenses have boosted clearly.
Yeah. Right. So what I do is I typically type this in a message using Discord, and then you can roleplay the answer if you wish.
Look, let us rejoin the group before we're ambushed once more, shall we? You can shout at me at the top of the hill where everyone can hear you for miles around. I'm going to sort of nudge past this weird ethereal wizard.
You know what, Vocatus? Your friends here and your bear fight really well.
Thank you. I mostly just shout at them all the time.
Well, it's working. I wish my shouts were that effective.
Yeah, during combat, I think the role of a summoner, I don't cast spells. I don't do anything other than use my stamina and just make my throat bleed yelling at all my friends.
Like a very angry Gordon Ramsay chef.
Yeah. The battlefield is my kitchen.
Ooh, that's a quote, that is.
There we go.
I assume that we're continuing to bicker in the background while this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you get all your stamina, spell points, and if you're down hit points, you get that back too. So does your defender and your bear.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I vote as Paddington for the name.
You can call him Paddington.
Yeah,
I don't know how well that translates for the to America. You know, Paddington Bear.
Yeah,
It does. Yeah, we got 3
Okay,
movies.
good.
Yeah.
They made movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good
They're
movies.
pretty solid.
I haven't seen the third one yet.
This is me
I
was
haven't
talking
either.
about movies.
Mm.
I got my Legend of Drizzt shirt on though. My other one with the Mind Flayer levitation scene.
I thought you hated mind flayers.
Ooh,
This is
yeah,
right
out.
before he gets screwed over by the mind flayers, and it's one of the reasons I don't like them.
You hurt my poor Tristan.
You hurt my character. My favorite character. No.
Right.
Well, I can tell that she's certainly been busy last night. She didn't suffer from our encounter very much at all. But I do believe, and he points to the burning hilltop over here that is slowly expanding over the brambles, that might be a problem. I'll do my best to cast a gusting wind to see if that maybe a down
Blows the smoke towards
The gusting wind does cause the flames, some of them to die out and others to kind of burst forth. What it really does is the undergrowth that can burn burns faster and then goes out.
Yeah. It's better to have a short window than a low flame.
Yeah.
If I were a magic user as powerful as the woman that you say you hunt, Vocatus, I would already know we were on the way. My magics would be stretching far beyond these skeletons' sight.
I would certainly hope not. The best we can do is move forward with haste and the awareness of your friend.
And blast anything that moves that isn't us.
Indeed.
And that's away. And yeah, he'll march off.
Bye, Aragorn.
Yeah.
Come, Norrington.
And with that, you continue, and your bear's already fully healed. There we go. And with that, you continue now following the tracks, Corvith. This time, however, now that you know what you're kind of looking for, you got the skeletons, you begin to now match their tracks with Vocatus's tracks as well. Okay, and you continue following the tracks, Corvith, heading now towards a place that is called Clearvale Farms. You're seeing it in the distance. The hills are now beginning to subside, and you just see an area that is black and scorched. There are the remains of buildings and what look like farms, the stumps of watchtowers. But even though this attack happened many, many decades ago, the devastation from this drake has scorched the land permanently. And even the fields can no longer be sown. This place has been abandoned. Perfect hiding spot for.
Looks like home.
Yeah. So you're now entering
terrain.
Barren terrain.
Hey!
No!
We just keep swapping between the two terrains.
Okay, so moving very carefully. Are you keeping?
Yeah. Do I see anything moving, or how many like buildings are there? And
there aren't many. There's a collection in the very center,
right,
and then you got the kind of rubbled remains of farms dotted about the place.
Yes, this is quite a vast area.
Yeah,
I'm looking like an entire landscape of scorched, blackened terrain where a drake has obviously toasted the entire place.
What about our elven eyes?
So looking across with the elven eyes, there doesn't seem to be anything moving about the place. It's you're picking up. It's first of all, it's quite difficult because everything's so blackened and scorched, but bone should be stark white against this, and you're not seeing anything. That said, the very center, there is a clump of ruins, and things could be hiding in those ruins. Corvith, it's at this point, Vocatus's tracks had stopped, so this was where Vocatus had to pull back, but the skeletons' tracks, you can follow them deeper into the Clearvale.
Well, it's good to know she's still here.
Are we certain of that?
No. I just like to have high hopes from time to time.
Well, I hope she's here.
Is it this spot that you face the necromancer?
It is indeed.
Could I use my tracking to see like the fight?
It was epic. I was valiant. And
You
cool.
absolutely can. Do you want to make a tracking
We're
roll?
about to find out.
Should I roll percentage? See how well I did?
Yeah.
This is like Gandalf on Weathertop. Aragorn's now coming up to see this,
Yeah.
the flashes of light that we see. Oh. Tell me, Vocatus, whilst you were fighting the necromancer, did you experience the thunderstorm yesterday?
Would that have happened over this region?
No, it didn't.
No.
It's very, very localized, wasn't it? Like on top of our heads.
I'm simply curious as to the extent of that griffin's effect on the weather systems here.
I wouldn't have been aware. It was partly cloudy. Small chance of precipitation, but not large.
Even in games, I can't get away from weather small talk.
You asked.
I know. I know.
Oh, should I have? It doesn't matter.
No, it's okay.
But, I don't get a boon anyway. Okay. But yeah, I got 22, so I passed it.
He's typing to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's typing to me.
You'll have to role play in front of the whole class.
Oh no, I'm not going to tell any of you. I'm just curious.
You just go, huh, or
So, yeah.
Jeez, really?
A hobbit lay here,
You did what?
and another, and they crawled.
Those look more like bear tracks. No, it's a hobbit.
It's definitely a hobbit. So I know what I'm
A
talking about.
large-footed hobbit. You've seen them.
Aren't all hobbits large-footed?
Hobbit, with
Especially
claws.
barefooted.
Right.
Those
Are
were-
you looking to continue your way in?
Yeah, I'll just say, I'll just a minute, a second.
What is that about reading?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just look at the ground and my eyes scanning the signs for a couple of moments, and then I'll look at Vocatus and say, "Looks like you gave her a run for her money."
I did my best, but in the end, I required your aid. This
Yeah.
time we shall prevail.
As an aside, he's going to point into the ruins. Vocatus, do you see those flowers? The ones over there, slightly to the left of that crumbling building. What color are they?
So there are a couple of types, but kind of yellow, reddish to green.
Look like embers that burn green.
Yeah.
They're quite
What are
rare.
them?
I should like to collect some. Although I would be wary to do so whilst the necromancer is still at large.
You are welcome to any of nature's bounty within the area. I have no objections if that's what you are inquiring.
Good. Good.
Let's
I
deal with the
also
necromancer
require-
first. Sorry.
Sorry, I require no share above her head in my portion of the coin.
They want the whole head.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty stuff.
Usually it's just the thumbs or the ears.
Let's deal with the necromancer first before we gather more flowers.
I forgot to inquire. I assumed the head.
The writ does stipulate the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm referencing the fact that when you hunt goblins and orcs, they want ears and
Like
thumbs.
scalps or yeah.
Yeah. The identification needs to be a little bit more precise. Yeah.
Look,
Probably.
look, these are the ears of the necromancer. I promise you. Ignore
It's
Death
probably-
Dave over there.
From someone who actually knows her then.
Or she's quite notorious.
Will I approach the ruins following the tracks of the skeletons very carefully?
Very axily.
Okay. And with that, you begin to approach the ruins.
I'm sure we're not going to change map. This doesn't.
Oh
nothing to
yes,
do with
no,
the-
yeah.
Why
This
am I
looks
at the front?
safe.
Oh, I'm not at the front. That's all right.
Right. So make sure you're happy where you are.
Yeah, let's scoot
Um,
me around a little bit.
Yeah. So just rearrange yourselves as you're heading in. Corvith, I assume you're kind of a little bit ahead, but probably not so much now.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
if I'll follow the track, so if they're going directly south from where they are, that's where I'll go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
So
Do you
you're
want
on
just
an
move, or-
old,
Yeah.
partially destroyed road. Looking at this incredibly blasted landscape, looked like there was once a guard tower to the one side and
Can
some
I
building to the other.
roll a history to sort of get an idea of how long ago this place was
Yeah,
brought
absolutely.
low?
Yeah.
Where is my history? It is a 12. I tried to do it from the recording again. Here we go. 25.
And there we go.
I'm
Anything
sort of-
else you want to know?
No, I'm just sort of saying this so that as Endurian's walking along, he's going to sort of say softly so that his companions can hear him, but not skeletons. He's going to say, judging by the architecture, the scorch marks, and the growth of the plants, I would say it was 103 years ago exactly. To the day.
Was there a relevant historical event you recall?
I believe something about a drake attack.
Scary stuff.
Wonder if that Drake's still about.
Likely not. Not this
Gods
close.
above, I would pray not. Especially not now.
Over here,
No, I got.
and over here, something
good.
shifts in the shadows. Something moving. The two elves amongst you, you can clearly see that something bone-like, but
I fireball both locations.
okay. So let's just go straight into combat.
Do you want me to spend me stamina and me spell point?
Yeah.
So as Endurian is explaining this, as he gets to the part about the Drake, he looks like he's about to say something else, and then all of a sudden he kind of has a wand in his hand out of nowhere, and 2 points of light split off in a Y formation, and they have like a screaming rocket sound effect to them. The first one explodes on the left of the screen.
Freaking
So this
hell
is-
is this?
Fireball number 1.
That
31 points of fire damage, please, Mr.
Ooh,
DM.
that's a good roll.
And then the second fireball will be on the right side of the screen.
This is where we find out it was some innocent children.
Yep. There's going to be no innocent children
Some
out here. I'm
orphans.
Bone-colored skin.
bone-colored skin. It's Elric. Oh no, I killed Elric. And that is then 17 points of fire damage, which I will actually use a point of feint to re-roll, if that's okay.
Okay, absolutely that is. So 31 and...
I'm going to use one of my recharging ones, not my stack that I've been collecting. Let's do that again. So this is again on the right side of the screen. 20 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And 20. Okay, so large creatures, not very great at their breath saving throws, so that's a fail on the first.
Oh, they're big.
They're big, so
They
they get a
very
penalty.
big.
And a fail on the second, so we
Oh, I
got
see.
31 and 20.
And they're both on fire.
Yeah, but that was the test. Is it how much do their health bars go down by?
Okay, first things first. Fire. So this is the one that took 31.
On the left.
On the left.
Yeah, 31 on the left,
Right.
That's fine.
20 on the right.
Let's have a look here.
So.
Oh, that was the wrong bar.
It has no stamina. We win.
There we go.
What?
And now,
That was 31 damage.
yeah, 31 on that side and 20 on the other.
This is where I
So
find
we-
out actually this wasn't supposed to be a combat encounter.
You've gone very foggy.
Yeah, you like are on the outside of an airplane right now.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Keep going. It
Are we
normally
back?
fixes.
There
There we are.
there we are.
I think
Yeah.
you're back. I think you're back. Yeah.
This is where I found out this wasn't actually supposed to be combat.
Jack, everything is combat if you make it.
They were just supposed to speak riddles.
Endurian,
Powerful sphinxes now rise up against you.
No.
I think you've
Okay.
angered these beasts, Endurian.
this one hasn't taken damage yet.
No. Shall we roll initiative
it
at this
did.
point?
Yeah.
Wait, it did? That took 20
It looked
damage?
like it might have. Yeah, you see
Oh no,
that?
he's done the wrong bar. He's not got any stamina.
It's not the wrong bar. That creature doesn't look like it's been harmed.
Oh.
An armor bar.
Oh, it had
A
2
20?
bars.
Mhm.
I'm just going to rename them because of the kind of creatures. I'm going to roll initiative.
Oh,
for that
good.
one.
They move separately.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Corvus! Oh no!
Oh.
Right, how are we looking on the initiative side of things?
Pretty good.
Yeah, let's order it properly.
Terrible.
So,
It depends who you are.
Vocatus, you have the initiative token. So this acts like a reroll. It's a fate point that you can use during the combat encounter. You're moving so fast, you have the initiative. This is your small bonus for getting top of the initiative tree.
Okay.
And
which?
you and Corvus are grouped as well, so you
Okay.
can decide between you who would like to go first.
Would it be metagaming to ask which one's Skeletal Beast 2?
No, not at all.
That one's 2, isn't it? That one, yeah.
Okay.
If
The
you
level,
zoom in, you can see. You should be able to see the.
Oh, but he's the most visible.
You could also mouse over them in the turn order, Logan,
Yeah.
and it will highlight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Before we start, however, it is the beginning of round 1, and we have 2 conditions that are currently up. So, can I have burning damage on my skeletons, please?
Shall I roll?
It's up to you. You can roll
rolls?
twice or just roll once.
I will
and
roll
apply.
twice. I think that's more advantageous. Watch them
Okay.
roll a 1 on a 1. So the one on the left first.
Yep.
3. One on the right. 5. Chip damage.
Okay. And there's something else that happens at the start of the round.
Does a black dragon burst forth from the well?
They get their
Mhm.
Points for anyone that gets that reference.
Yes, I got that reference.
What is that from?
Dragonlance.
Ah.
The book 1. Second half of the book 1. I think.
Oh, what's going on?
There is a pulse from several sort of totem-like things that now have this green eldritch flame about
Oh no.
them.
Oh, well.
Pulse.
I think I know where they got their armor from, guys.
Yeah, there we go. As it strikes the creatures, you see the kind of greenish pulse fade over the creature and go into the bones.
I have a
fortifying them.
question, DM.
Yes.
I launched Fireball here. Would that not have affected these totems?
I took that into account, and no, it did not affect the totems.
Righto.
How big are the totems? What do they
The
wreathed
totems
in
are
fire.
they're about 4 foot tall,
Okay.
sort of made of bones, shoved into the ground. Lots of these sort of runes.
They're
about
barrack
them.
sized.
Shootable with arrow-sized totems.
Yeah.
Shootable with arrow sized totems. We've got man who solves problem with fireball, man who solved problem with arrow, man who solved problem with arrow.
Okay, so Vocatus and Corvus, who would like to go first?
Should I go first? I don't know.
I scooted my conduit forward just
We'll
so
start
that
with you
I would
then.
remember
Yeah.
his range.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't want to step on too many toes. He is going to launch his little force lance at the totem.
Aha. And which one is?
The nearest one, the one that he scooted within 100 range of.
Got it. There.
Were these totems here when you fought her last?
No, I didn't even get this far.
Okay, that's a good hit.
Woo!
All right,
Guys,
then we're
for
doing
the 2d20s.
3d10.
Ooh. Slightly
perfect.
below average.
Yeah. As it comes
alright.
in, you can see some of the runes kind of flare into life and disappear. The energy almost striking the totem, but being absorbed by the protective magics of the totem.
Okay.
So you've dealt damage, but you haven't dealt damage, if you know what I mean. You haven't actually hit the totem.
So we're still hitting a ward.
You're
totem
hitting a
itself?
ward. It's the description of hit points disappearing, effectively.
And then I will scoot my defender probably the same distance.
To protect the conduit, just in case. Fantastic.
And he does not have anything ranged. So
No.
Can he ready an attack?
If you're willing to spend the stamina, you can ready his action.
Yeah, we'll see how fast these things move. So I'll do that.
Yeah. So it's got a held action now. The trigger being if any of the skeletal beasts come
within
striking
attack range.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, Corvette, over to you.
From where I am, can I see Skeleton Beast 2 to shoot at it, or would I have to scoot over a bit?
Yeah, no, you can from where you are.
Okay, so I'd like to do double shot.
It's got cover.
Okay.
With the wall, but that's it. So
yeah, I'm planning to do a double shot on those two. I'll try and I'll use my.
Yeah, they both have cover.
Fine. It's all right. I'll hit them anyway.
We've had enough crits going around. You'll probably get one.
Yeah.
And the plan is to do a vital strike on the skeleton beast and do hamstring shot as well.
Yeah.
And make it move less.
Yeah.
And then I'll use my quick action to move.
Yeah, I think we've got that in the last combat. I forgot.
No, I just didn't. I did remember, but I thought, well, someone's shooting at us and some are already in combat, so there was no point. Nothing was moving, so
that's fine. So which one are you vital striking?
The big thingy.
All right, so you're hitting the totem and the big thingy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big thingy.
Yeah.
I'm going to hamstring shock with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're both the attack roll suffers a bane because one of your targets has a bane.
Okay.
So this is where you're getting the bad side of the,
It's fine.
Off you go.
Nice.
Oh.
That is good. So it's definite hit on the totem, and the skeletal beast is going to.
Yeah.
That's only a 21.
It's only a 21.
Actually
It's
parry
barely.
21.
Yeah. Let's give a parry.
Let's not. Let's fail.
There is a chance. I got to roll quite high.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It was
failed.
almost. Yeah.
So off you go.
Okay. So hamstring on the skeleton beast, and I'm doing the vital strike, which is another 2d10 damage. So it's
Flames are done.
1d8 and 3d10. So this is against the beastie. Oh boy.
It's all right.
Better than nothing.
It's okay.
However, you've shoved the arrow straight through part of its hind leg, and you can see the beast beginning to hobble somewhat.
Yeah.
And the totem.
Yeah, just regular damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Nice.
I love having dice as damage because you get these swings. Love it.
Yep.
Oh, I did
And
forget.
for my swift action, I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's my favorite terrain. I'm off, guys. Bye.
Is it? Oh, it is your favorite terrain, isn't it? Yeah. Jeez.
Everything's dead. So
Where are you going, Colin?
Took off.
Oh,
Wrong
oh,
far.
damn it.
There we go.
I thought our forces were moving forward.
And then you're woof, back there. Brilliant.
He does this in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. He'll be with you for a moment, then all of a sudden he's just gone.
just disappear.
And then an arrow flies over your head. And then I'll be talking to a character and I'll see him in the background looting just random crap.
Okay, so the first one.
Mr. Beast to... Oh no, he healed. Again.
Necromancy. Foul magics.
I want to do that. What the heck?
Oh,
Right. These are a little bit more
just
tactical.
imagine this thing going. Boom, 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 boom. Ah!
Oh, it is. And
Mummy!
Oh, I thought Skeletal Beast 1 went last.
oh, sorry. For some reason, I wrote Skeletal Beast 2. You are absolutely right. Let me pop that back.
I only know because I asked earlier.
And you're right, Skeletal Beast 2.
I
Then
think
it
it
is
sheepishly just
Veriax.
turns around and goes back.
sorry.
Sorry, not my turn.
Sorry.
Not my turn.
When you
Do you
pull
know
too
what?
far
It's
into the
so
civilian.
much harder doing a roll 20 than it is around a table.
Yeah, I found that.
Oh,
as well,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
many fiddly things to watch. Okay, so it's this beast. This beast goes up on its hindquarters and then disappears. It just literally rips up the earth and disappears down into the ground.
Oh,
So I'm moving him to
Oh.
my lair so I can move
Right.
him without you lot knowing where he is.
did not expect that.
So they burrow.
They burrow.
They fly now.
But it's only got that kind of movement.
Just watch. There's no like 4 of them under the ground, just waiting to pop
Pop,
up.
pop, pop.
Okay, there we
All
go.
around Corvus.
Barrack and Indorian, who would like to go next?
I'd be fine.
I'm just going to move forward and hold my action. So
I will follow your lead, dwarf.
I'm going to dress the line by going right here. And,
It's no Charlie today.
oh, well done. He's going to look around. Where's it gone? I don't know where it's gone.
And yeah, and Dorian will trot up sort of here, and he's going to plonk himself dressing the line. And he's going to say, "Forward it is, then!" And he will... Can I see this, or is this behind the wall?
Which one? That one there? That is behind a wall currently.
Okay, but I can see him.
You can... Oh, God,
Just
that's
about...
just about. It's very difficult.
No, I don't think I can, actually.
No. Hang on, that's just about to snap to corner.
Not sure.
No, you can't.
No. I can definitely see him, though.
Yeah.
I can definitely...
And you can see the other one on that
Yeah, hold
side.
on. So that was 30. How far did I just move? I completely forgot. Never mind. I've moved now. It's not really a
Destroy
way.
the
You know,
totem.
I am going to cast Aether Missile just ordinarily on the totem that I can see. And do you even want me to roll the damage? It looks like it is going to. Then again, something tells me there's going to be shenanigans, so I am going to roll the damage.
Okay, I'll stop you there, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll stop you there.
You can
Read
strike.
Aether Missile.
Oh, is this not a creature?
It's not a creature. It's an object.
Okay, it's an object. In that case, I will blow it the hell up with a fireball.
You got a really good spellcraft. So yeah.
Yeah, I will blow it up with a fireball because that's
Okay.
all I know how to do now. Taking that spell kind of defined my personality and play style.
The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out some areas here because obviously where your fireballs are going off, you're decimating and destroying the flowers in that area.
Oh crap! Can I change that into a lightning bolt?
No.
You've already fireballed this area.
Yeah, true. It's yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, he's just seen like he just sees bone and like self-preservation takes over and it's pop, 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 pop. So I need to roll damage.
Yeah.
That. The 26.
It's immune.
Which is that, and with that, the first of these strange totems shatters and is rendered destroyed.
Woo. I'm helping. Look, Corveth, fireworks!
He's not impressed. He's not.
Okay.
They also
And-
like scream and explode with the same sound effects as fireworks.
I think that's both of you done. On
Fireworks.
to the last of these
I
creatures.
sure hope it does.
Mhm.
That was the most pity chuckle.
Brass feels nothing but pity.
That's good.
Well, the funny
I
thing is, when he
appreciate
first said fireworks, that's actually what I thought he just said. Look, fireworks. Incredible. Wow.
Fireworks, yes.
Barrick, it's coming
God.
into you.
that. Oh, come on.
Okay, so it kind of goes running forward, digs into the ground, and comes hurtling towards you. You've held your action,
Ah, yes, of course.
so you may attack it.
Have one of these, you great light.
Ooh, that's good at 27.
It's
Wonderful.
respectable, still very parryable
That's
though.
really good. And that is exactly as it comes in. It's one massive claw comes up to parry you out the way.
What do you have, like a plus 25?
Mm-mm.
No,
Hey!
so damage is dealt. Off you go.
Nice.
The mithril axe bites deep.
It hasn't yet. Just wait.
The mithril axe bites deep.
That's an average roll for me. That's average.
Well, we
And
can't
then-
all be fireballs.
It's up in the air and coming crashing down on top
Oh
of
God.
you.
Why
Uh-oh.
me? Why the tank?
It's
Look
just
for
like the
a
German
durian.
Shepherd story from earlier.
Boy, I sure hope everyone's okay up there.
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
yeah, you're not even here.
No.
these aren't you.
I'm bracing.
Okay, so the damage dealt is... So you managed to brace 26 damage. You only take half.
Okay, that. Oh, what?
Your muscles flex up as you absorb some of
I
that.
might vomit up my breakfast. Oh no.
And it's
Okay.
can I have a dexterity contact saving throw, please?
It gets worse.
I've never had to
does.
roll one of these before. Oh no. I got plus 2 dexterity. It's okay.
We hit him so hard his mic started
I think-
buzzing.
It did.
I got plus 5.
Nice.
What do you mean nice? It's only a plus 5.
That is
Yeah,
my system
one
shock
of
roll.
all.
Okay.
So, happy to accept the consequence?
No,
As
I
in
don't
you're
want to
not
accept
spending
the
a fate point?
consequence. No, I don't.
I reject this.
I take 0 damage.
Before you know it, it's landed on top of you, and you're now within the rib cage, bouncing around.
What?
Oh, it
inside
does.
the
It,
creature.
it does that.
Okay, so you are now constricted.
Oof. I don't like it.
Don't like it.
Let's put that on there. And the ribs they've got these sharp, kind of jagged blades within the middle, and you are now bleeding as well.
This necromancer's been busy. Very creative work.
Okay, so that's it done. We've reached the end of the round. So as we go into round 2, we're going to deal with all the conditions that are up. I think the only one is you, Barrick. So I'm going to do some bleeding damage to you.
Aren't they on fire?
No,
That
already
was
happened.
last
Only one
round.
turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking hope they're not on fire.
Okay, so lose 2 hit points.
You're
Normally,
excited.
normally that would be enough for the bleeding to stop, but because you're bouncing around in this rib cage, the condition doesn't go away.
Only
got some
my
more bad
food
news
took
for you.
Damage.
Sorry?
Only my food took damage, so
That's absolutely
I'm not
fine.
bleeding yet. I'm just throwing up.
And the final bit is you feel these totems pulse, and as they do so, your skin begins to writhe, and you feel your flesh beginning to wither and die. So that's 6 necrotic damage as well.
That's not.
It just keeps getting worse, really, doesn't it?
Endorian, you feel the kind of magic almost hit you and dissipate before it does so.
I do have Detect Aether active. What does this look like in Detect Aether vision? I'm studying this quite closely.
Now that you're this close,
Oh.
And I'll bring it up on the other as well.
So this is something that I can see will happen if we go next to these.
Yeah, they seem to have an area that they affect, and this pulse goes out to that area because Barak is inside the creature and the creature's in the area.
If you're anywhere close to them, say 50 feet or so, you will be heard.
Well, get this thing to bloody move.
Okay, and we're now ready for round 2. And at the top, who would like to go? Vocatus or Corbeth?
I'll let Corvith go first.
Oh, good.
I mean, I can jump on it too. I've got a loose plan.
I think I know where that other bone beast might be going.
Forward.
Oh, sorry, Barak. There's one thing before someone goes. You're bouncing around the ribcage as well.
There's more
damage.
Status.
Oh, I take bounce damage. Okay.
Oh, jeez! Oh,
my concussion. I smack my head on its femur.
as well as bleeding, you're just being lacerated inside this ribcage as you bounced around as the creature's now looking for its next target.
Can I brace against this?
You can't because it's not an attack roll; it's just
Can't
damage.
And there's another one of these somewhere as well.
Oh, I forgot, Barak. Hang on a minute. We haven't done the biting damage yet. There's worms inside this skeleton.
Right. You can take it.
Yeah,
it's health bar moved.
Corveth.
Hello.
I assume you've been pushed to the front of the initiative at this point. So, what would you like to do?
I am going to try and take up one of these totems. So I think I will move forward and target that one by the, just around the corner. So I got like 2. I can make just about. Oh, sorry, one more there. So I can shoot it, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say we're definitely aware of it now that we know that
Yeah,
Barak is taking damage from it.
yeah, you can.
And I will make it with the extra damage. So it's a vital strike.
Mm-hmm.
Is it behind cover?
It has got cover. Yeah.
Okay.
The dwarf always seems to get torn apart whenever we take him anywhere. Oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Bane as well. Max Bane.
Yeah. Not good.
Is that
Sorry,
a fate
guys.
Point or
Sorry.
leave it.
Oh.
Never
Yeah.
use fate point on attacks.
Mm,
That's what we have decided.
Yeah.
No.
Saving throws are
yeah, I'm not. No. It's fine.
Okay, so unfortunately, you just smash into the rock. A whole part of that rock wall just kind of chips away as the arrow smashes through. But the totem remains unharmed.
Yeah.
Okay. Vocatus.
All right. I will have my conduit dash all the way over here, majorly risking their mortality, but also getting a clear line to that totem.
You now have a clear, unrestricted line to the totem.
All right. Let's do a little attack here. I think he's got 11. Yeah.
And
22.
this is
Double
Alfie.
rubbing.
Hey, Alfie.
I'll take that
Oh,
in a
That's
bag of chips.
27.
Oh,
Deal
yeah.
damage.
kitty cat. It's a kitty cat button.
It is. But
Put the butt in the camera.
come on. Come on.
It's 19 damage, my friend.
There we go.
Not
And
bad.
recognizing that conduit is definitely putting itself in a lot of danger with a burrowed enemy, I'm going to go ahead and expend a spell slot to summon a soon-to-be replacement conduit.
Okay, so are you... Oh, hang on, sorry.
It's the cat attacking the microphone.
It is. Come on. Alfie,
Look at him.
Alfie, come on.
We have a home rule where if the cat walks on the combat board, everyone under it gets a status effect.
Right, are you spending a free action to unsummon the existing conduit and resummon it?
Oh, can I not have more than one at a
Oh,
time?
you can.
Yeah, I just expect him to immediately take damage and die, so I'm preparing. I'm going to be a little factory back here.
Oh, look
Okay,
at
that's
this.
fine.
Bloody hell.
You put your summons where you'd like it to appear.
Within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, I think you got a little bit of range on summoning them.
I don't have the spell book open. Can
That's
someone
okay.
double check that?
I do indeed have it open. So this is the
Summon
conduit.
Ancestral or
It's okay. I just
Ancestral conduit.
oh no, the spell. What is it? Summon or conjure?
summon ancestral, and it's 50 feet.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting in the thick of it. Yeah, he's literally replacing that guy.
You're playing chess, while the
Yeah.
rest of us are playing Call of Duty.
Done.
All right, that's it.
Okay. That's both of you. So the one that is burrowing. So the one that's burrowing still has the hamstrung condition because it goes at the end of the round, and it is.
Cat
I really
tail.
like
Hang
Corvus' positioning here. I think it's very, it's
Not
very good.
precarious at all.
There we go.
Precarious is my middle name. Right, sorry, whose turn is it? What?
It's my turn, and I'm just.
It's the one underground's turn.
It is the one underground.
There isn't one underground. That's made up.
Oh, yeah, I
he's
think
only ever had one.
It got deleted. It was too much, too hard.
I'm just taking an estimated guess that because it's hamstring, won't be able to reach where I am. So I thought I could go in, shoot, then go out again. There you go.
Okay. It
Yeah, well-
comes straight up out the ground to take on your conduit. Over
I
there.
called it, you fool.
You ever watch Naruto, Logan?
Like the clone jitsu or something.
Well, I'm thinking more that episode where they're playing the Japanese or Chinese chess, and it's like climbing silver where you sacrifice pawn.
2 seconds. I'm using one of my threat tokens to reroll.
I'm not super familiar with Naruto. I hate to admit that. It feels bad.
The
I
weebs
know everything
what I'm
about One
talking
Piece.
about.
though.
That's
Know
better.
everything about One Piece.
29.
Well,
I need
Oh
to start
yeah,
using
no,
French
he's
tokens
gonna
as a
tank
DM.
that. Are you kidding? He's probably gonna die. That was a pawn that I moved forward,
yes,
so we
sacrificial.
really do need to
Taken
take.
by the rook.
I can keep repeating that same maneuver on that totem. Are we up? We're up. You don't
think
win. I
you
do.
are up. I
Well, that's
just,
until
no,
the
no,
rest
2
of the-
seconds. That was
the rest of the
terrible.
damage comes in.
I'm spending another threat token.
Oh, yes.
You
DM inspiration.
So, because these creatures are higher level than you, they get threat tokens to avoid anything like bad luck. And it's.
Haha.
Oh my god. Okay. So
It worked out better for us.
Can I have a dexterity contact saving throw, please? As it tries to get its rib cage around your conduit as well.
Does it have its own stat, or is it your stats it uses?
It should have its own stats.
So if this is an automatic thing, this is a conduit, and I'm making a saving throw for contact.
The conduit has +5 contact,
Yeah,
+2 dex,
+5.
so +7.
Oh, okay, thank you. Then just the 2d20.
No, 1d20.
Oh,
So
okay.
do you want to roll that again?
Yeah, I'll
Saving throw is always the 1d20.
It's if he takes the 14, it wins.
plus 1.
I think yeah, they both do, but
Oh!
Yeah, well, there you go.
You were punished for doing more than one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go ahead and die.
So, your conduit is now pulled into the creature
I think it's
and is in a similar position to Barrack, which is not
So it's
good.
gonna take damage.
Definitely
at the start
gonna
of the next round.
yeah.
There.
Okay.
It's there. It's going to die at the start of the round, but then we will deal with your psychic feedback. As
Oh
it
wait,
dies.
he gets. I'll give him the retaliatory lance reaction. He's taking damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so you still get a bit of value out of him.
You could go out
Yeah.
with a flare.
You've got a bane on the attack roll because you're in melee with a target, and it's a ranged
Oh,
attack.
that makes sense. So 11, 2,
Use the force, Logan.
bane. I'm trying.
What's
Ooh,
his
that's
difficulty?
good. That's good.
That's
That is
actually good.
actually a hit. So deal damage.
Just fires
Okay.
off from inside.
It's going to try and
That is another.
bear its armor. There.
Oh, you made it weaker. It's 3d8 now.
I have. They were just a little bit too good.
That's why I summoned him. It's okay. Hey.
That's all right. It's pretty good.
And that's it. So it bared its armor, but you did 14 damage. So,
And he's out of the
7.
regen range.
And he's out of the regen range. Okay. And that's that one done. So Barak and Endorian, who would like to go next?
What can I do from inside of this beast?
Well, hold your horses because I don't have line of sight, but I can place a fireball there, and I can place a fireball there, and I can try and get rid of the aura you're in first, if you like.
Yeah, let's go for that.
So I'll place the fireball in the exact same area as last time. However, the one for this totem, Dean, I'm going to sort of place. Actually, not quite. But I am going to sort of place it away from the wall so that I don't blast any more flowers.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's about there.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and roll damage. So again, the wand comes out and the two fiery motes go forth. Here's the first one. It's loading.
It is loading.
There's the second one. I don't know where the first one's gone.
It's still rolling, I think.
It's
Yeah,
still
mine are
rolling.
rendering super weird.
Oh, there we go. 20 and 18.
20 and 18. So the top one's 20.
Top one is 18.
18. Ooh, still there.
I have your dice floating on my screen now.
Just
Me
sort
too.
of swimming around.
Oh, hang on. This is the first time you're... forgot on that one. These are immune to AoE stuff.
Oh,
I
I
thought they
forgot
were.
on the first one. Yeah.
right.
Because you
that's-
fireballed them at the start, and Dean was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I took that into account, and they have taken 0
Right.
damage."
So are we keeping this one dead?
It was my mistake. It's too long ago. That one stays dead. The fireball hit it spot on in the nose, but you kind of got the feeling when it did so that unless you can be that accurate, and really that only
Okay.
happens once in 1,000.
So shall I retake this?
You can
or-
retake it.
Righto. If that is the case,
Right, I've got dice stuck on my screen.
Yep.
you might need to
I'm
refresh.
gonna reload. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just knock
reload.
them over. No.
These walls are they poking up over the wall? No. Then again, lightning bolt is also technically AOE, isn't it?
Yeah, lightning bolt is.
This is rather annoying, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Stop it straight away then. Sorry.
And also, I can't use my auto targets because they're not technically creatures. So,
Yeah.
the only thing that I can do is my ice orb. But in order to use my ice orb, I need to change my bloody measuring tool. I'm going to undress the line. I'm going to use my swift action to cast swift escape. And I'm going to end up sort of... Yeah, I can do 25 feet. So I'm going to end up here. Can I be on top of the wall? With my...
2 seconds, still reloading. It really got stuck on something there. So you want to end up there, on top of the wall? Not really.
Okay, I'll just be bunched up behind Corvus then, who I'm sure
Yep,
won't
that's
abandon
fine.
me.
So you're right up against the wall.
Would you allow me to take this shot?
I will, but it's got cover, so there is a bane.
Okay, I will try and cast my ice orb on it. Rapidly running out of spell slots. Right, ice orb away. So, excuse me, because I don't usually have to use this skill. Let me just. Usually things just take damage. I don't need
You're
to roll
making
to
me
hit.
nervous, wizard. Fumbly bear. I don't normally do this. Just. I hope it doesn't go horribly wrong.
Yeah. So he takes out the wand, taps it on his staff, and points, and this orb of blizzard just kind of flows out from it and flies across the field of battle. And I have a bane.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh, nailed it. Right, deal damage.
And the ice orb, I do believe, does 2d8. Plus my bonuses. Meow!
That's Lily now. She's down.
That'll
Yeah.
cry.
Holy crap!
Oh, that's enough to take out that totem.
Wow.
Ooh.
This wand it's worth its weight. I am an invocation wizard. This is why I do damage.
Yeah.
Um,
Everything is empowered, and that goes down.
You're a boomomancer.
I am a boomomancer, yes, and that is my turn, Mr. DM.
That is right. Barrick, you are rattling inside this cage. You can attack with a bane, or you can attempt to escape.
At
See,
least they're far away.
With
from
how
the
good
final
he
totem.
is at hitting, and how bad my saving throw is, he's just going to put me back in the bloody cage again, isn't he? So
You're going back in timeout.
I'm staying inside, and I'm swinging at him from
Off you
within.
go.
That is committing to 2d10 more damage right when
Yeah.
you're done, though.
Well,
This is par for the course for Barrick.
I will be fine.
You remember the
Slut
state
for
he was in when you
punishment.
first saw him, right?
Yeah. I do recall.
Look at that.
Oh!
Doesn't matter. Wait a minute. Does the Bane remove my crit?
No, doesn't. Crit's a crit. You find a weak spot and slam your battle axe, your great axe, into that spot. So it's a skeleton, so I've got resistance to your damage anyway, so I don't have to brace.
Oh!
Ooh.
I'm
32.
adding a d6. Can I knock it down from within?
You can try.
Okay, yeah. That's I'm spending the stamina.
Aim for the pelvis.
So there'll be 2 more stamina. So
Just spend the stamina, and I will make my raw strength saving throw to see if it can remain standing. So what you've done, your great axe has gone through. It's hit the floor. You're now pushing it against the floor to try and topple this creature over.
If you topple it toward my defender, I think he technically still has a prepared action because he hasn't done anything else.
if it rolls on that one, that should happen.
If it rolls a natural one, that will happen. And it's just 1 dice. There we go. And it's still made it. So it manages to right itself. And yeah, it's fine.
Heroic damage, though.
It's a large creature. Yeah. Okay.
Heroic effort.
That is very good. So, that's you done, Barrick?
Yeah, for now.
Okay, and this creature's now going to have fun with someone else. So, it's going to move across to your defender. Now, strictly speaking, and this is a rule I haven't given much thought to, you held your action previously, you had an action, but your summoned defender didn't. So, I'm happy to say your summoned defender still holds that action. And I'll update the rules in version 0.4 to indicate a held action can be held over multiple rounds. So, your summoned defender can attack.
Okay. Yeah, that is actually a fair clarification. Like it would drop at the end of the round or something.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a 10.
Yeah, he didn't act, he didn't do anything, so the action's still held.
Just, yeah, it's kind of fair, but that does lean into turn economy a lot. Let me double check his stuff. Yeah, 10, 2. Oh, bummer. Didn't matter anyway.
Okay, and with that, it comes crashing down on top of. God, I'm burning through stamina here, though.
Yes.
It's just collecting us all.
It is. Got to collect them all.
I bet that's what she's been doing. That's why we fought so many skeletons in the outskirts.
Oh, these things go out like collect people and bring them back? Jeez.
They're like corpse devourers.
That's great.
They rattle them around until their
That's
bones
just
are loose.
Brilliant.
Okay, so I've got a 23. That's a pretty terrible roll. I've only got a few more threat tokens left. I'm going to spend one more.
Yeah, spend them on the conduits.
See me blasting out like 8 more.
That's a bit better. 31.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and have that.
Okay.
Logan agrees to allow you to have fun.
You are permitted. You spent your little Chuck E. Cheese tokens. You can have this ride.
Oh, jeez, that's just terrible. 16.
Every time.
Yeah, I'll have another dexterity contact saving throw, which
9, I think. And then he's got +7, +1, so +8.
with a boon.
And this
Because
is
he's
1
got a
die because it's a
shield.
saving throw. Cool.
Yeah.
Do it. No, you fuck. Okay. Oh, wait.
I know that is
Succeed.
succeed.
Ooh.
So it crashes down,
Well,
but your
it's
defender
okay.
just easily rolls out the way and comes back up, ready to continue defending or attacking as you command.
Just like Vocatus. Because that's his name, too. I whisper into the ear of my warder because I'm not close to anybody.
Right, I think that is me done. So end of round 2. We're heading into round 3. So the end of the round, I no longer have hamstrung on this bugger
For now.
for now. But I'm dealing damage. We'll start with you, Barrett. You're bouncing around. And I will do your bleed damage as well as your bouncing around damage as 1. That's only 9.
Well, that's not bad. That's all right. It's better than last time.
And
It's not Griffin levels of damage.
nah. And 11 on the conduit.
Still
So,
manageable. I'm still fine.
are you letting your conduit go?
I mean, it's automatic damage, and he's got 2 hit points. Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, so you now need to make a system shock. You have a greater
Oh.
boon
Oh, is
because
that
you're a summoner.
Okay.
so? When
Ooh.
when
Whenever
he
you-
loses a summon,
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's the main
ooh.
risk.
So
And
that
if you-
so you can't just pump things out.
no. And
No,
if you
not
fail,
safely, unless I
you take a
remove them.
wound.
Like he, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have
so
too many
this.
summons out with AoE damage, and you could kill your character very, very
Mhm.
quickly.
There's the
So,
balance.
how do I?
It's a skill plus
Yeah,
the
so
system
I have a
shock.
+8 for system shock. What's the
Yes.
skill?
It's just 1d20 plus 8, but you have a greater boon because you're a summoner.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not based on a skill. It's a
Yeah, sorry, I meant the skill
right
button.
thing. Yeah. Oh dear.
He's fine. He's fine. He's
It's
fine.
all right.
Oof, that was a
That
good
was,
boon.
that was a
greater boon.
terrible roll on a
Yeah.
d20.
Whew. Okay, so you
About
managed to
average for us.
resist the feedback. Yeah. Okay,
Fuck,
that's
so severed.
start of the round done. Round 3, Vocatus and Corvette.
So your gameplay for this, Logan, is basically just a continual escort quest.
Yeah,
So
I have to
you're-
play a whole adventuring party with one very endangered character at all times.
If this one dies, it's all over.
Yeah, if you turned on me, I would just die instantly. I'd have a heart attack if you yelled fireball while looking at me.
Fireball.
Like, Kamehameha. The guy's like, I give up. I don't even know if you could do that.
Who would
I
like
ain't
to
dealing
go
with
first?
that.
I'll let Corvette go first.
Okay, Corvette.
I'm going to shoot both of them. I'm just thinking the vital strike can be on the one that's most wounded. So that's number 1.
Okay.
So that's 2 stamina to do that. So I'll knock that down.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. And they can't do much against they're naturally resistant to piercing, so deal your damage.
All right, I'll do. All right, okay. So, because we do the strike 1 afterwards. So, one of them.
So that's 13 to the one, and then 13 plus your vital to the other.
Endurian's having
Yeah, I'll let
thoughts about the need for his companions to have equipment that can get around resistances at this point.
Yeah.
Because this is the second day in the row we've had issues.
Ooh, and that's good. So that is 26, which are up to 13, obviously. And outside of their totems, you can now see you're beginning to hit the bones, and the bones are beginning to crack.
Yes.
Damage is now finally being dealt.
Oh, my meat shield left.
As you predicted.
Yes.
Yeah, it's me then. Meow.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Lily.
It's
Yes.
another cat. It's a different cat.
Oh, jeez. I got 5 cats.
No, word.
Oh, right.
I will stay back here and make my warder march forth. I think that's 30 feet. Go ahead and try to get a good heal on you. Let's see.
Oh.
We see the warder in action. And
Yeah.
He looks like Asmodeus.
It's just 2d8.
Does he?
The beard and the ears,
Amadeus.
the haircut.
Looks like a dude to me.
Ooh, Dr. Zaius.
Let me.
Dr.
Dr.
Zaius,
Zaius,
Dr.
Dr.
Zaius.
Zaius.
Ah,
well.
something.
You're welcome.
That's all right.
And then I will have the conduit also attack the one that you're inside of.
So, do you have like a number of actions you can take which don't cost stamina, and then you can take more which will?
Yeah, there are stronger ones and some reactions that do take stamina. I think the healing
That is
does, so I
stamina.
need to. Yeah. Let me run through this attack first. And some of them have augmented versions of their actions that cost stamina. Come on, you. Oh, there we go.
Natural 20.
That is, it's going to attempt to brace against the damage.
All right. Either way,
but-
that is
Deal damage.
40-10.
Oh, God, it
Yes!
failed to brace. Ha!
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, no.
not great.
you've
Not the
rolled
end of the
Still
world.
something. And the eighth of damage striking through the bones and beginning to shatter. It's amazing when you're not having to deal with the natural resistance of these creatures. You can
Mhm.
begin to take them down quite fast.
Yeah, that aether damage goes crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm resistant to it.
Okay. I think that's you done.
Mhm.
So,
I haven't moved. I've just been yelling this whole time.
yeah.
how's your throat?
Not great. That's why I sound like this. I'm 25.
I've done nothing but night shifts.
Endurian.
Oh, hello!
Hello. You lost your shield. So
I did.
What?
this one comes charging across. And it's a 27.
Out from behind Endurian's shoulder hops a little sparrow made purely of silvery golden light. And it goes tweet tweet and then expands quickly as it jumps off, its wings becoming shield shaped. I'm going to try and parry.
Okay, you need a 28.
Indeed, I do. But this uses my spellcraft, I believe, doesn't it?
Yes,
It's been
it
a while
does.
since I've had to parry.
You'll be fine.
Yes. And I get a boon.
You do.
Boon.
Well, that's a good boon.
There we are.
That's easily. So the shield comes round, slaps into the skeletal beast, and keeps it at bay. Well done.
What? You're okay. Stop worrying about it.
You had a nice, healthy breakfast, didn't you?
Honestly, I have 62 hit points right now. I do
Yeah.
feel like, yeah.
Yeah. Barak and Endurian, who would like to go next?
Would you like me to attempt to get you out of there? Because
Yeah, you could attempt, yeah, because if you can get me out, then I can
You can
slap
help
the other
me.
one.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then I slap this one.
I'm going to do a dual cast, Mr. DM.
Oh, yes.
A dual cast.
Hold on.
When you say dual, twin cast?
Twin cast, yeah.
Yeah.
I had 5 points, so that should leave me on 3. And obviously it's point of stamina. And 6 Aether daggers.
I'll
Just
stop
these-
you
Wow.
there.
Okay.
You can't dual cast Aether Missile. It's got the
Oh.
possibility of hitting multiple targets, so it doesn't count as a valid spell.
2 fireballs.
2 fireballs instead.
Actually, you know what? Lightning bolts.
Yeah.
I think lightning bolt does more damage. Actually,
You don't get
Yeah,
burn,
he's changing his mind too many
Yeah.
times.
but it does higher damage, but it has no status effects tied to it.
I don't think setting them on fire would actually be good right now for my dwarven friend's beard.
I can tank it. Are the petals that I'm carrying still alive?
At
They're
the
in
moment,
jars and
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay. Are the jars still intact?
yeah, just don't roll a 1 on a saving throw that damages you.
Oh. Okay.
Easy.
Now it's time to roll a 1.
3d10 lightning damage. Yeah, so it's 3d10 or, for me, 4d10. So that is, for them, Mr. DM, sir, a dexterity breath.
Yeah.
And I will roll the damage on... I'm doing 2 of these.
So let's have both sets of damage, and I'll make both sets of saves then.
Yes, so that is the first one. Let me just make absolutely sure. Yes, I am correct. That's the first lot of damage. 22. I will keep that. And this is the second bit of damage. 33.
Much better. Right, let's quickly get these saves. As you know, their dexterity breath is terrible.
Zap.
So the one closest to you, made the first.
This is
Wow.
the halving the 22 though, so this is better.
and the
than...
second one,
Yeah, that's fine.
made both. So
Yeah.
let's
11 damage on the first. Woo.
that much goes through there, and then it's on the second was 33 halved to.
Don't anyone take a separate
16.
dexterity saving throw?
I was doing the first one for both, and now the second one gets to save
Oh,
against
right,
both
right,
of them
right,
as well.
right. I see what you mean.
So the first save,
Natural
all
one.
one. Jeez.
Double
They
damage.
explode.
No, a random item explodes on it. That might be you, Barrett.
Oh dear.
No, it's the petals.
And another fail.
And another fail. So that takes all the damage, and that will absolutely destroy it. So it is completely shattered, apart, crumbling, and you, Barrick, are now prone on the ground, but free.
I am going to cast yet another spell, Mr. DM.
How are you doing a third spell? Because I'm assuming you
Oh, no,
cast
no.
and swift cast
Yes,
to do
no,
those two.
no, you are correct. But because... Oh, no.
Ultra Swift cast?
No, I was going to invocation pulse, but that is now a swift action. We ran into this
It
problem
is.
last time.
Yeah.
I nerfed myself.
You,
I'm pretty
but rightly.
Yes, was I on 5? I'm sure I've got 3 spell points left. That sounds right to me. Anyway, that is my turn.
Barrick.
Kamehameha.
He's
that
gonna
was good.
get
Good
up.
turn. Okay, and with that, you're up. It's free action.
Nice. Thank you very much, Endurian.
Help!
Take these bastards back. He's gonna go charge it over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Is
rolled
that-
my camera halfway across the map.
Is that an actual charge?
Yeah, no, wait, hang on. How far did I move?
You were here.
I take a step back
And then charge.
and then I charge.
Absolutely.
You do that
So I
thing
gives
where you like
you
off
a
your boots.
bane, doesn't it? If I haven't done this in a
It
long
gives you a
time.
boon on your attack roll.
A boon. Yeah. Well, bane.
Yeah, you're hitting with momentum.
Number D20s, 3 and a bane. God, I almost did it again. Boon.
Nice.
It's a crit.
It's
Oh, it is a crit!
Big two-handed weapon. It's a crit.
Yes.
Getting used to the axe now.
Okay, and deal damage. Are you stacking this up with the extra you're furious?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to bloody add the D. Look. Here's a D6. On top of it, it's a knockdown.
Oh.
I'm knocking down.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 39. It is resistant to this, but that's still savage damage coming in. And just put that to 0. And there's a knockdown on this as well. Oh,
Hey,
yes! And with that,
finally
you
happened.
send it slamming into the
You
ground.
just owned it, man.
It is now prone.
Wow. Kicked his ass.
What do you think of that? You bone-faced, green-eyed, dribbly, fleshed,
Stop it,
brainless.
salty dwarf, and just hit it.
I did just hit it. Look, it's on the
Again.
floor.
Are you done, Barak?
I think so.
Yeah. So it is obviously B1 is the one that can go now. So B1 is already dead. So B2 is the only one that can act, and it has to wait for next round. So Barak, as we go into round 4, you have bleeding on you.
Oh my god. Does being healed not remove that?
Not with the
That does.
it's 2 points, but that's now gone.
You need
so
like a kit specifically.
you need a kit. So
It's just a flesh wound.
yeah, what your ward is doing is effectively bolstering the strength of the person.
I have
Um,
coagulant.
I've toned down
So-
healing a lot. So you
Yeah.
get little bits here and there, and I think it just keeps
And
the
then
flow of
at the
combat
end,
going really
yeah.
well. But the warder, those little bits here and there can keep someone away from that 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. Anyway, so round 5.
I think
10.
so.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
72.
Yeah. Bit of a long combat, but we start at the
80
top.
years ago.
Vocatus and Corvith. Who would like to go first?
I'll jump in on this one just
Yeah.
because it's pretty straightforward. Gonna do a conduit launch,
Yeah.
which is still plus 11.
Okay.
Damage.
Normally you'd have a Bane because it's prone, but it's so big you don't.
A Bane because it's prone?
Yeah. It's on the ground,
Well,
but it's
target.
so big.
Oh, as a ranged attack.
As a
Okay,
ranged
I see.
attack.
Yeah.
It's so big you get to ignore that. And that's a solid hit. It's
15.
going to attempt to bear its armor. Oh, can someone roll a d6 in Dorian?
Okay. Oh yeah, I killed the thing.
You did kill a thing.
Aye.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
Wow.
so it's
Morale
not going
damage
to.
is going well.
Yeah, it's not going to bear its armor because it's got no.
I need to take
No
that
stamina
morale damaging bonus feature because I apparently do lots of morale damage.
Okay, it's a savage strike, and then you're commanding your defender to move in.
Yeah, he's gonna move in and he's also going to attack.
Off he goes.
2 16s.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's
2
a solid
15s,
hit.
2 16s. I just
Yeah.
need 2 17s for the damage.
Yeah.
Hold on, where is he? He's down there.
Finish him.
D6 and 2D8.
Now, your defender, I updated the defender, uses a flanged mace.
Cool. Oh,
he's
that's
10
bludgeoning.
instead.
That's
Oh,
tiny
that's
damage,
awful.
Yeah, that's really bad.
You can use fate points to re-roll damage. We know.
I would love to do that actually.
Yeah, off you go.
I've got 2 fate points because I took a special thing.
Yeah.
Same here.
16.
I don't.
Just forget to use it. That's a
That's
little better.
much
Let's do
better.
30.
And it's so close. Really,
Still
really
not
close.
dead.
Go down.
Okay, so that is you
Corveth,
done.
bring us
Comes in.
home.
Comes in.
Can I KS?
Corvette.
Can I KS? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's up to you.
yeah, I am. Well, I'm gonna shoot it. It's gonna be a vital strike, obviously, because I might as well get the extra damage.
Yeah.
I deleted my character somehow.
Oh, jeez.
Corbin
undo.
Stealth
died.
so well.
Disappeared.
He's too stealthy.
Hmm.
Too
I'll
stealthy.
just roll the dice.
Just
Where's-
roll the dice.
Where's the damn rogue?
Sorry.
Still think so well that you leave the call.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he crit.
that's-
Of course he crit.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course.
That's it.
That is
Yeah.
it. Even with piercing damage, that's it.
Okay. I don't know where.
Would you like to roll damage though to complete this?
Why not? So it's one of them. And this is so something like that.
Well,
I might have rolled one
there we
extra.
go.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
No, I think that looks right.
Yippee!
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah. 4. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And with that, the last of these beasts is down. You have a totem still up, but yeah, you can at your leisure take that out.
Break it in half.
Oof.
Well, that was an experience.
Yeah, I had about the same.
I really hope there's no more of these blasted things.
They were rather powerful, but how many of these things can she construct throughout a day, I wonder?
Well, if I were to figure this situation out, I imagine that she only had the two as collectors and has likely amassed an unhealthy amount of lesser undead below.
Below?
But yes, there's a well, and the building isn't very tall. She'd be peeking at us if she were up here.
Caverns. The last time I had to go into caverns, I came out with a migraine.
Well, lesser undead I can deal with pretty easily. I'll just chop my way through them.
Oh, I'm receiving things.
Exploring the area, I'm not sure if these broken stairs at the due south of us are supposed to go anywhere, or if it is just the well in this area that we're...
The well looks like it is collapsed through, but you're right. The one set of broken stairs does indeed descend down into a complex below.
Stinky. Let's get in there.
Right, I have to find someone's character now.
Sorry.
Back.
I gotta get in there!
The denemies of our enemies.
I assume it's quite dark down here, Mr. DM.
It is very dark down there.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but at least you're the only person saying that.
I cast... hold on, before I cast light, we are on... crap. We're on 3 hours and 6 minutes.
And is Corveth back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I might want to do Black Flame if that's applicable.
Black flame doesn't move, and it costs. I gave you, I think, 100 gem dust as components. So Black Flame is you want to make a camp, but you don't want the light to be seen. You cast a Black Flame. Yeah, spend a component, and it.
The opposite of helpful right now.
Yeah.
And I shall cast light.
Okay, and with that, the place illuminates. Your light
on my stick.
Yeah. How big is your light littered area?
I believe it's 30 feet.
It's not great at this point, is it?
There
we go.
Oh, bright light in 120. Oh, that's greater. Sorry.
That's greater.
Very bright.
Yeah.
Where is my light? Here it is. 30-foot sphere.
Yeah. Okay.
Now Corveth, myself, and Vacatus can actually see down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've only revealed that far because obviously you're looking down the stairs, so you can only see into the start of what looks like a corridor.
Do you see anything untoward, Corveth?
I can only see as far as you, so no.
I mean traps on the stairs. Oh!
Oh, someone's moved in. Okay, let me reveal. 2 seconds.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Well, I was checking for traps with my feet.
With your bare feet, because we never got you new shoes.
They're still
No, I
buying
did. I did buy new boots, actually.
Oh.
Back at Midway. They're nice, fancy ones.
Dean, can you move me above the bear?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, thank you.
The bear's coming with us.
Oh,
I'm riding his belly now.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
back.
Yeah, layer-wise.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, Vacatus is charging.
Oof.
Excuse me, that's my job.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, oops.
I don't mean at the back for this one.
Hey, Tyrion, what are you doing over here?
What's going on?
Oh, God. Okay. I'm trying to keep the light forward.
This is where the fireball trap happens.
I'm going to be honest. I was thinking backwards. Like we were all slowly scooting back up the hallway.
What?
No.
You nearly made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I did not mean to do that specific action.
And we all followed in like, crap, we got to go.
Okay. Calming yourselves down. how are you approaching this? You can see into what appears to be, you got this broken barrel on the one side that Barrick only you can see. There's a load of bones and a pile, another broken barrel crate over there. It looks like this was once a massive storeroom of some kind. The smell down here, there's a real horrible kind of rotting smell, but a very dry rot.
Well, guys, looks like a big old storage room ahead, and there's a lot of bones. And I don't trust those bones to not rise up and attack us.
Shall I fireball them?
Yes, immediately.
That's a good idea.
I cannot. I need to see the target.
The bone right there. Observe.
Fireball the darkness. You can see the darkness.
I can see to hear.
Oh yeah. That are really
I attack the
old.
darkness.
Completely forgot about that.
That's ancient YouTube lore. That is.
It is.
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Love it.
Okay.
But no, I can't fireball them, sadly.
I step forward.
Yeah, we can't see a lot.
Can
we?
I don't
So-
want to backseat game, but I am known for doing that. Can I suggest maybe the defender stands with the dwarf?
Yeah, he can scoot forward. I just like him next to me because
Just thinking, Barrick, where you are there, you're beginning to see
Oh,
a bit more around here.
Oh, there's a lot more bones, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, if I stand here, you can still have the defender.
They're everywhere. There's bones all over the place.
Couple bones here, couple bones there. We just need to find a woman who's not bones and turn her into them.
What if
True.
she's already bones, but like the magical kind that have their soul in a box?
Hopefully not on this level.
Then
Then
we garner
run.
a hatred for fine jewelry boxes.
Right. What are you lot doing now? You're revealing a bit more of this room. There's nothing really that can be heard beyond.
Can Jack cast light on an object and throw an object?
Not at this level.
Okay.
No.
That's a shame. Well, there's only one
Yep.
thing for it. We all know the bones are going to rise up. There's some over there in that direction. He's going to point. There's some around the corner here. I can just about see next to the door. And there's some directly ahead. So if anyone doesn't have any objections, I'm going in.
Leroy!
Maybe these ones will be friendly.
Yes.
And Durian gives you a flat look.
Cool. If you want to just check right here, and he's going to sort of gesture to the threshold. Just check right
Fine.
here, please, Corey.
Fine, I shall search to see if there's anything.
Okay,
untoward
could you
trap-wise.
make a find remove traps, please, with a boon?
I thought that was going to be a saving throw then.
So no, that means there is definitely something there. We find there's a glyph of warding which holds like a delayed fireball with the max amount of time elapsed.
Ah, jeez, yeah. So, moving forward, you see it. It's a rudimentary trap. There is a thin piece of string taut across this entry.
I knew
You
it.
then glance around the corner. Let me reveal. To see what it's attached to.
I
And
found
you
a
can
trap.
see the large
Oh.
ballista.
Oh!
Ooh.
Pull the string, ballista fires. Very rudimentary, but just so you know, traps deal wounds. They don't
Would-
deal damage.
Would it have been just would Barrick have been just short enough that this thing would have gone over his head?
Not really. No.
Bro.
Um,
What if you crawl?
I could set the trap off, but it was obviously cause.
Noise.
Yes.
Well,
It
that's
causes a bit of
brilliant,
noise,
because then the skeletons will come to us in this nice, narrow corridor.
And their numbers will count for nothing.
Wait.
Exactly.
Or we keep the trap unset, and then we are able to use the ballista against whatever machinations the necromancer raises.
Is the bear going to be smart enough to not trip this wire?
I believe so, actually. I'm very good at telling the bear what to do.
Had a lot of practice.
All right,
I have,
I have complete faith in you.
So it'll be easy enough to
I'm a-
advance without setting the trap down, though we know it's there, right?
Oh, absolutely. You
So-
just step over it.
Yeah.
As a grandmaster
I
beast.
step over it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's gone in.
And with that,
I'm not. I'm
With that combat.
all right. Fine.
With
I'll-
that, There's a Draco Lich to the north.
Woo!
There he is. Okay.
That is not a Draco Lich. That is a big boy.
So, Barrett, you're stepping in and you can see things moving beyond the pillars. And as Corvith steps up beside you, Corvith, you can only see as far as Endurian's light.
Yeah.
Barrick, you're seeing these heavily armored skeletons, 2 of them. They each have this massive great swords clutched to their chests. And then you all hear the movement, the clink, clang, crank, as they begin to move forward, their armor beginning to make this incredible racket. So,
Watch me roll a 1 on initiative.
We're not going to roll initiative, no one roll, because it's coming up to 20 past 10, and I know some of us are up very early in the morning.
Oh, cliffhangers.
Logan, are you okay to make a second session to complete this?
Next week?
Yeah.
I think I can manage. That'd be July 3rd.
Yes.
So
Same bat time, same bat channel.
yeah, I'm gonna tentatively say yes. If something comes up, Vocatus realizes that he didn't get far at all the first time, and he'll turn tail, drop on the paper. Worst case scenario.
Worst case, not a problem.
All right. Well, what we usually do at the end of a session, I'm going to turn the combat music back off then, because I was. What we usually do at the end of a session is we have a little quick roundup of how we feel things went, because obviously the system is still a tad in development. So I will start from Brass, and I'll go through the players, and then we'll see what the Foreteller of Destiny has to say about things. So Brass.
Well, I really enjoyed that. I liked the totem mechanics and the ribcage mechanics, as I was saying to Dean earlier. I liked the first combat as well. This looks like it's going to be interesting. I'm sure we're all going to forget what our plan was by next session and probably walk into the trap ourselves and tripping. I'm sure Dean will remind us.
Well, I've got to edit it, so I'll remind us if needs be.
I like the extra stamina that my class has now.
Yeah,
I no longer feel like I've actually been nerfed, because the number crunch I did feel kind of nerfed.
Yeah.
But now, because I can stack so many things on top of each other when I actually start popping off. I like it. Yeah.
good. Oh, thank you.
Veriax.
Yeah, I mean, last time when we fought the Griffin, I didn't expend any stamina at all. So the changes with Vital Strike
Still
and
carried the fight as well.
yeah. So I can see why things changed, and there is more to think about now in terms of, because otherwise I would have just done that forever. I would have just like hidden shot, you know, without any real expenditure of any resources. So yeah, it's better, and so I now have to think about my stamina expenditure and what do I do, whether I want to use double shot or Vital Strike and that kind of things. I'm looking forward to leveling up so I can get more things and more options that I can do. So in that regard, it's keen to keep playing and explore like more avenues for Corvus to hurt people. So I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I think the use of your hamstring as well early on, that creature lost one of its actions effectively because it just couldn't engage. So it's nice to see some of those abilities being used.
The crowd control coming in clutch.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, there's no need to use bleed on these, was it? Because I thought I'm not going to bother.
The marrow.
Not going to bother. Yeah, it's a bit stretch. So
yeah, as animated things, they have a long list of stuff that just doesn't affect them.
yeah, figured.
Logan.
I think this class is really unique, and the fact that you can have multiple summons without canceling out previous ones fits my play style very well. I like to have a wide range of characters across the map just to give me choices. I don't like that I do like that I'm not overwhelmed by having to do something for each and every one of them if I wanted more. So I like the limit with the fast actions. If anything, a tiny numerical tweak, I would like if the warder had a higher baseline of healing, or maybe 3d6 instead of the 2d8. I feel like it's a little too easy to waste health, or maybe have it some level of scaling with my character level, because it feels less and less effective each time I've used it. I'm like, shoot, that's nothing.
No, I think that's valid input, and I will make a note. I think I've used the Warden in a couple of the test scenarios we've done, and even at mid levels, that healing. It's a balancing act. I don't want it to be so powerful that it becomes the healer. But at the same time, if you're spending your resources and your stamina to do it, and it's pathetic, you're like, I like your idea of multiple d6s, so the average is pushed up. I think that will do.
Okay. Just by like a die or a half a die, and the floor is raised.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think your experience as a dungeon master definitely shines through. I like that you can handle the pacing really well and move stuff forward whenever you catch a lull. That's something that I don't see in a lot of DMs super often.
I think they don't do that because they're probably very fearful about being accused of railroading. And that's something I'm hoping we'll talk about on Tittle at some point, because I see that accusation
it has
being
come
thrown
up
around a lot. Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Oh, maybe.
Any more from Logan?
No, I enjoyed myself. It was fast and punchy, and I like that after each combat, we kind of just go to the next one when we're approaching a dungeon. That's very functional, very old style.
I enjoy the way the combats encourage you to utilize all of your tools to kind of solve the puzzle of the combat. Like I've said to you before, Dean, the way I kind of contextualize your system in regards to 5th edition, which is what everyone's going to compare it to, is that 5th edition, you're trying to conserve a greater number of resources over a greater period of time. But with your system, the only real resource I'm trying to conserve is wounds and food, and perhaps how tired the character gets. So I am using my stamina and my magic to the fullest of my ability every time, because I know if I don't, then the resource I'm actually trying to protect, which is those 5 wounds, is what get boiled down. And that's the system that I like. I like it pushes me to just sling spells and sort of have these moments in the middle of combat where I just go double lightning bolt. I enjoyed the fact that for the beginning of this campaign, I was basically AC 130 above, nuking hillsides. That was fun. But no, like every session we've done so far, I highly enjoy. The combat is fluid. I love the give and the take. I love how every time we've played, Barrett gets absolutely destroyed by something. It's my favorite time of the game. And
he just keeps standing.
Yeah, Well, that's what he's supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And when the day we see Barrack actually get killed by something is the day we know we're in over our head.
Yeah.
No, I'm vastly enjoying it. I'm curious to see where we go in terms of an overarching plot as we start to get closer to Harbor, though.
Yeah.
Because right now it's defending the petals and getting them to Harbor. So it's curious as to where we go from there. But Mr. Forteller of Destiny, how do you feel about today?
I thought it went really well. I still have a slight concern, and this is towards Corveth and Barrett. Do you think a magic user overshadows what you bring to the fight?
To an extent, but magic users are supposed to, well, especially wizards, they're meant to be the glass cannon. So I honestly expect, because in D&D, a barbarian with a great axe is out damaging the wizard until you get to high levels anyway. So I kind of, the fact I'm hitting for like 10, 13, unless I crit and do 30, and whereas the fireball's doing 20, 25, that is completely, I expect that. And I actually enjoy it as well because it clears things off the board as soon as we begin. And the fact that we can swap initiatives around as well is like, look, Endurian, go first, nuke them before I go in there. It's helpful. But I do think
less of a risk associated with some of the closer melee classes where you don't have secondary effects and you don't have to dance around the field as much.
I mean, my role is wall of hit points. I do it very well. I do think Endurian is a little bit tanky for a wizard, but
the breakfast helped.
The breakfast did it, but I'm not even talking about it. I'm talking like you are very good at avoiding, and it's just your rolls have been good, to be fair. But yeah, your parry ability almost seems better than mine.
It's magical.
Yeah, well, I did
Yeah.
back away that time because I figured that Enduring could take a hit better than I could.
Yeah, it honestly feels like that. It feels like the
So,
wizard
like,
is tankier than the ranger.
If the hit gets through, though,
Yeah.
squish.
Yeah, I planned my guy around never being attacked, which is why I lost in a solo battle.
Was where I also planned Endurian around being an invocation wizard, but having the exceptions for 2 defensive abilities to kind of cover for him. So if I had built just a pure invocation build and I hadn't gone for these backgrounds that gave me a couple defensive abilities, I'd have died to the goblins.
I mean, I am a grandmaster in dodge, so maybe I should have stood there and taken it, but I do have the mantra of don't get hit as well.
Yeah,
I will say though, I think
just like don't get attacked.
The summoner, honestly, it supports really well. I don't feel like anything it's doing is stealing my thunder. The defender took damage once, and it wasn't even that much, and I saw its health bar almost get deleted. The fact as well that the caster takes or has to do system shocks when I really like that. I honestly, the summoner, from what I've seen from Logan play, seems really, really cool.
It isn't a class I trust with some of our players, though, Brass. This is the sort of class where I ban people who don't read properly.
This whole system probably wouldn't work with most of our players, Jack, because they, as you said, they don't read.
They don't pay attention is one of the problems.
I could also have been excessive with it. I could have had 7 characters out at a time, which would have
7 system shocks.
messed with the battlefield. So I guess there is a fair balance, and those spell slots are probably reserved for the spells that I, as a player, elect not to use because they feel more risky.
Yeah,
and not all the enemies in this, which I understand, were resistant to my damage, so I was doing half damage.
Yeah,
so,
and unfortunately, it's a lot of skeletons, and
I mean, so I was doing less damage than normal, but I didn't feel like I wasn't doing nothing.
But you were still hitting for like 30s, reduced down to 15. Things like that.
So I don't feel that
because Corvus is actually keeping up with my damage, I think, if it wasn't for the resistance.
And that's with a normal bow.
That's with a normal, where I've got a magic wand, which is giving me that extra D6 at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That's great feedback. The one thing, and this is going to be it will be for 0.4 updates. I am going to be toning the shield spell down just slightly.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Removing the boon.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Yeah, but otherwise, I like that it goes off spellcraft.
Yeah,
as a spell.
Because I've got 2 layers of defense. It is the shield spell, and it is the iron skin, and that is that's what's standing between me and instant death. Otherwise, I am already trying to be careful with my positioning. I would not have gone to destroy that ward if I didn't have both of these lines of defenses, and I would have stayed far behind, probably acting more like Vacatus, which it's kind of restricts the builds that you could do if you don't have that risk reward system of can I risk being close and taking a hit. Yeah, especially with these things, because those were nasty when they hit.
And I think you're all very experienced players, so you're playing the game very, very smartly. And I can see a very inexperienced player going in, blowing the whole room up, and then dying almost instantly when they get attacked.
That's always session 1.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go and wrap up there then. Thank you very much for watching. Do give a like and subscribe if you made it this far, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Runesmith Logan, sir, thank you very much for joining. I will put a little intro at the start of this separately just to say who's here and do our little shout outs. But boys, it's been a good one. Have a good night.
Fantastic. Take care. Bye.